much prep because it's been Christmas, so we're gonna freeball it a little bit. That's
Woo!
okay. That's okay. So, welcome back, everybody. Last session. Well, last like, couple sessions, more like. Um, you guys have decided to take on Westruun, help it out, save it from what troubles that has befell it. There is betrayer cults on the rise. Entire hamlets and farms being sunken into the earth. There's the ruiner cult is on the rise. Um, things are there's a pesky bit of trouble going on, but you're here to save the day. And indeed, you have already done a little work on that. You guys slew a massive uh, hamlet devouring worm um, with the power of punch on Drysrinn's part for the most part, made it back into the city, and now it is time to get down to business. Um, you have been hired officially by the Cobalt Soul, and you've been hired on a commission basis. If you are to bring forth knowledge, artifacts, items, they'll give you a good sum of money in exchange for uh, increasing the volume of their stores of knowledge and bringing to them any profane texts or dark, cursed weapons so they might hide them away and secure them from the general public. In which you met Archivist, or formerly Archimist, Vagoth, a elven Asimar uh, inventor monk of the Cobalt Soul, who met you guys and was like, "Yeah, I quit. I'm hanging out with these fellows," which is a crazy career option, crazy career choice, and now is walking around with you guys. Um, you ran into some stuff around the city. Um, things have been a little weird. Um, let's see here. What did you get up to? Yes, you were given an assignment by the Cobalt Soul to help deal with all of the problems out here. It seems the Cobalt Soul wants more information on the cults on the rise around in the city and what they're up to, and has sent you in the direction of one. Um, if I can get her name, please. There it is. Caladria Darkeye. You were told that this individual was actually expelled from Singorn. Obviously an elf, expelled from Singorn for uh, experimenting on fossilized remains of a celestial, which is considered a very profane act, naturally. Um, And so they were kicked out. They're here. They've been trying to get into some of the forbidden stores of the Cobalt Soul's knowledge, which they were denied. They found a book that they found particularly interesting, kind of ran away with it. And through your uncovering of your investigation, talking to her only known associate, um, who goes by the name of Hesk. He has a cool
F-hand.
moniker. Yeah. Hesk one hand, because he only has five fingers amongst his two hands, um, was seemingly like kind of cursed and under the influence of foul magics, and seemed to reveal that Caldria is a sort of violent uh betrayer interested individual, claiming that she's not associated with Torog, but is nonetheless interested in the dark arts. Um, and gave you a little location about where to find a cell of cultists in the city, hiding in one of the now empty grain silos, and a warehouse that she was once using, apparently as some kind of little, like, I don't know, safe house. So that is where we are today. You guys are trying to track down Dark Hearts, and you have two leads. You have this empty grain solo that may have cultists in it, and a warehouse to deal with. What do you do?
I have a question, I think. Do we want to just, I don't know, blow up the silo? I feel like we should make sure that the people that we think are in there. Like identities, we want to make sure they're the bad guys before we just blow it up. But if we're just going to blow it up, like, do we have to actually go in? Like, we just rain fire from the sky.
My
Uh,
Depends on how it's
person
structured.
that and personal conscience would love to make sure we are affecting who we think we're affecting.
yes.
Okay. So we say hi and then we shoot them. That's
That was
fair.
due process, after all.
Yes. Of course.
Oh, I don't think there's going to be much of a trial if they're Ravagers.
Yes, I was making a joke. Completely stone-faced.
Lovely. Do we, I don't know how we would do this, and so maybe the answer is no, but do we want to look underneath and block up any tunnels so they can't get away?
Oh, let them run. They're going to run someplace interesting if they do.
Oh, true. We can follow them. All right.
And if they run in a really big hurry, they may forget to not disarm whatever traps that they may have,
Oh.
which is sort of a twofer.
So, above the table, what time of day is it? I feel like we've done a lot today.
Oh, that's
Uh,
that's yeah.
I'm gonna say it's around like afternoon going into the evening because you guys kind of. Oh no, never mind. This has all been one day, right? You did the wormhole and then Megoth. Yeah, no, good point. You guys are like, what time of day? Oh yeah, the sky is like red, with the setting sun. So yeah, I'll say that it's growing to be quite late. It's a good point.
Do we want to wait until tomorrow or even early morning to uh, go check in on the people in the grain silo?
If they are Ravagers and they're inside of the city limits, are you comfortable leaving them here overnight?
Not particularly, no. Uh,
Or am I?
all right. Quick briefing, everyone. If you don't know what the Ravagers are, um, and I don't know for certain that there will be any in there, but if they are, they're these little stabby guys. And if they stab you, they keep stabbing. Um, it's very strange. They're very aggressive. And they just it's like they don't register pain quite the same way. Like I think you're doing the same damage. It's just it doesn't just be aware. It's they don't respond the way you'd expect them to respond to, you know, being in a fight.
And more specifically, my impression was the more injured they became, more animated they became when it came to stabbing, stabbing again, stabbing a third time, a fourth time, etc., and so forth,
They are so
until they literally
stabby.
could not stab anymore because of a
Death.
variety of physical reasons.
And they're not undead. They don't it's not that
They're just zealous.
yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah, but
right.
zealous in a way that it has begun to affect their physical function. It's I it's somehow gone beyond simply a zealousness of pure faith. It is it is uncomfortable, so I just wanted to give everyone a heads up.
I'm interested from a psychological standpoint to meet them at some point because that sounds fascinating. But I appreciate the heads up.
Well,
Uh
let's go see to an introduction for you then.
So, are we just gonna stroll up the front door, knock, say hello?
Oh, why not? It's the one thing that they won't be expecting.
Yvaine grabs her earthboard, hops on it. All right, well,
So we're all just walking in the front door?
apparently that's the plan.
Or walk up and knock.
We could take two different routes of approach.
That's my concern, is that all of us are walking in the front door. Walk in the front door at your leisure. I vote we leave some people outside with eyes on the back door.
We don't even know that there is a back door.
Correct?
We're assuming that there's a front door because they got in. And at some point, somebody brought grain in and out.
Very stupid question. How does a grain silo actually work? I don't. It's just like a big place where you hold like corn and things.
It's you specifically hold things there. There's no working to be had.
Well,
But aren't they very tall?
So you
not,
can
not necessarily.
It depends on which one it is. What kind it is.
I guess what I'm wondering is with the entrance, like, is it going to be like a ladder sort of thing where the entrance is on top?
We won't know until we get there. Because there are a number of ways to construct it depending on what grain that they typically stored.
Right.
It might be a bunker where it's not particularly tall. It's got a stone floor and some low stone walls. It'll probably have something overhead to keep the weather off, and a set of doors in the front. If it was mostly barley, those they tend to make a little bit narrower and a little bit taller. The same with wheat because you don't want them to sprout necessarily. You want them to sprout when you want them to sprout.
we can
It's great.
survey and go find out.
Yeah, that might be the best
Absolutely.
idea.
Well, and I suppose that is my concern, is that if all of us go in, if they happen to run, we don't know what we don't know, and if no one's looking at the building, if we're all standing in the middle of these people, we know exactly what we can see from where we are, and they know more than we do. We're walking into their turf and we don't know what we're walking into. That's my concern.
We've got a bat in a hand. I bet we can get an idea.
Absolutely.
All right.
But
Let's
if there are
go.
Ravagers inside the city limits, I
No,
think
we gotta-
tonight needs to be their last night within the city limits
No, you are right.
because they are not going to do anything pleasant to anybody who lives here.
We're also
Murder.
still operating off of the assumption that word hasn't made its way around town yet that we're in town.
Oh, I'm certain it has.
But it might not make it necessarily to them. Because unfortunately, their zealotry
Are they
makes them difficult to blend in, kind of like us.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I had no concern of that. I just wondered if they're a do first, ask questions later organization, I completely could understand that. But if they're connected at all in town, we're not some, and we haven't been trying to be.
To me,
We
that
won't know
just says
until we
check
get an
it out
opportunity
until
to investigate.
Let us see.
All right, go ahead, Vagoth. Sorry, you were interrupted.
No, you're good. To me, that just says we should probably check it out sooner rather than later before they have a chance to move faster. Time is of the essence, sort of.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's go check it out. I mean, like, again, we've got the means to scout it a bit. Oh, Fester. Ember, were these the ones that got Fester?
Mm-hmm. Stabby,
Shit.
stabby, 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 stabby. The more you hurt them, the faster they stabbed. Yes. The ones that we encountered out in the wood, not terribly far from here.
Oh, yep. Always good to have my memory reminded. Excellent.
Yes, but now you have fancy bug armor, which you didn't have the first time.
That's true, I didn't. Oh, they are sentient, sort of. I mean, they're very fanatical, but
They were reasonably tactical.
Beverly's like, "Oh, are you guys still talking about it? I already took care of them.
really? It's
I
amazing.
left and killed them all, and then came back, and you guys were still planning."
Did you bring the heads with you?
No, I was just kidding. I didn't actually go off and
Oh,
kill them by myself.
now we have
Okay,
to
We should
go.
go.
So now we have to go get the heads. So we all.
We're walking.
All right. Just Beverly magically has become the herder of kittens a little bit. Um, you guys walk across the city, maybe continue to speak about tactics, and you come to this grain silo you were told about, largely in a not an abandoned neighborhood, but people just kind of walk past it without any regard for it. The place looks a little beat up, cracked up. There's a very clear reason why this one was abandoned as opposed to some other grain silos around. This one is in a little bit more of a state of disrepair. Again, lending to the fact that it seems Westruun has not been investing as much in the League of Miracles and their ability to rebuild the cities and its buildings and structures, since, economic collapse is on the horizon. But yeah, you guys just see this kind of uh, semi-abandoned, rundown old silo in sort of the warehouse storage section of the city. It's not too big. It's not like a fortress of by any means. It is a grain silo.
Fantastic. Uh, ground ground level door entrance, like
Yeah,
pull
quick
up a
survey.
pull up a pull up a
Uh,
cart entrance,
yeah, there's a
or
ladder that goes up to the very, very top of the silo, and then yeah, there's a ground floor door off to the side here too, both from the same side.
okay. Uh, I'll send Red as is smoke form on up to the top because he doesn't need much gap. If this hasn't been well maintained, there's probably plenty enough gap for him to get in.
All right.
We'll do a little Red TV reconnaissance.
Yeah, without issue. Yeah, a little red TV. You guys see like maybe really playing into the aesthetic. Maybe Ember's eyes just kind of like almost become like coals of fire. That sort of little bit of black sort of smoke comes out from the eye holes. Like there's little fires inside as he connects with the sensory essence that is red. The red hand appears and dissipates into a smoke that travels up towards the top of the silo and finds one of its many cracks and folds and seeps on within. And Ember displays his hand and appearing in like a picture, and then a second later another picture. It's almost like sonar, I imagine, due to the casting, and Ember's like
Yeah.
whispering the incantation under his breath. And yeah, you guys got like a sonar to see of like Red's visual as he enters within. You enter within to see largely what was described by Yvaine. You see, I would say like they're goblins, halflings, and gnomes. But they don't look good. They're all wearing like studded. We're going to consider them studded leather armor, but essentially a patchwork of wood, leather, and any scrap metal that they could find and like wrap onto themselves. It's real patchwork like, but it's like it's not a pretty job. It doesn't even look like it holds together very well. But it's what they've got. And they also have the dirtiest, uh, uh unsharpened, damaged, rusty looking short swords and daggers. Like absolutely like tetanus, like you wouldn't want to get stabbed by these things. Um, just like in the most shitty material, but there's a strange care that they take for their weapons despite their ruined state. Um, and as for their appearance, they look like crackhead strong. Just plain and simple. Like they've got crackhead strength. Like they're thin. They're like they've got no body fat, but you can see the like as small as they are muscle, like you can see that there is like that very lithe, thin, unhealthy like muscle. And it's in the face where you see like where that strength's come from, and it's from the fucking madness. Some of their noses have straight up like retracted into their like almost disintegrated. Like maybe someone got their nose chopped off, missing chunks of ear. It doesn't look self-inflicted like the followers of Torog. It looks like these guys have just been in a ton of knife fights. And nobody wins in a knife fight, one way or another. They're like barefoot, their rags hanging off of them. They're tweaking out a little like crackheads. Um, they speak to each other in common. And they're like, when the sun goes down, is the sun down yet? It goes, any moment now, any moment now. It says, we should go, we should go, we should go, we should go. It goes, no, 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 no. We're told to wait till the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, then we get to play. And he goes, yeah, then we get to play. Yes, yes, we love to play.
Well,
and there's about six
if
of them.
that's not a entrance cue, I don't know what one is.
All right, fair enough. You want to just hit that shit in?
real quick.
Yeah. Get in there. Get in there.
I'm gonna cast mage armor.
Wait. All right, fair enough. You cast mage armor.
Are you there, Nick?
I am.
Okay.
Hey.
I assume that you've got your cantrips that you want to cast.
I do indeed.
All right. Very
And
nice.
so first off, I'm at a hotel without my usual setup. We're traveling, doing the relative mystery tour for the holidays. So I don't
fun.
actually have a webcam with me.
No worries at all. But yeah, you spark up the things, and I got news for you guys. There's about 6 of these guys in there. It's a grain silo. Like I said, it's not a fortress. It's not a place that is meant to have volume for the sake of keeping people inside. It's meant for having volume enough to keep grain, corn, exactly those kinds of things inside. So
Are they mostly on the ground, or have they like pitched crates and
yeah, they've pitched
debris
crates. They
into?
even have they have some patchwork scaffolding, so they're kind of like working with the verticalness of it. But like I said, there's like 6 of them. This is a stone building, by the way.
Fantastic. Literally, when they hear, it's, night, gotta wait. Literally, just tug on the door to see if it opens.
Yeah, you tug on the door to see if it opens. Yeah, it opens. You think these guys probably enjoy visitors.
I have a perfectly good fireball to make this a point to start.
All right, you open the door, and in their sort of mad and like yes, stabber. Then the door poof, opens. They go and just like lighting a match of like it's great, something to kill. They'll and they're like gleaming like in the dark golem fucking yellow eyes. They all turn at you. Roll me a quick initiative to see who stabs who first, and you might stab them with fire.
Well, 12.
12. Yeah. Ember kicks open the door and goes, surprise, mother. Oh shit! And like fucking All these guys come flying out. Let's roll. Let's roll a little initiative. Keep your initiative there, Ember, because there was a chance that might have gotten solved very quickly. So I just wanted to be sure. Uh, so my bad guys got 18. What'd you get, Ember? You said 13, I think.
12.
12. Got it. Cool. Oh, sure. Why not, Beverly? Let's get you in there too with your big old sword. Oh, she's got cool new boots now, by the way.
Go, Bev.
Yeah.
She's got like the plate kit laying over them, but they do look like they're kind of cool, like shit kicker boots for sure. Big old traveling, large heeled, steel toed motherfuckers. All right, let's do this. Oh, yeah. Remember that time that you guys fought tieflings and an oni? That was great. Good times. Let's get
Still have the cleaver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ember's at the door. Drysrinn, Bad Berthy, and who else? Oh, that's it. That's my crew. Oh, did I get a? Oh, I've got to get my Vagoth or your Vagoth. Vagoth. There it is. New mini just dropped. Who's this? Wow. Very shiny. Some things never change. The same. You love that shirt. You love that.
It's actually, I think, exactly the Rasputin model.
Oh my God, is it really?
The outfit itself.
That's funny.
I
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I wonder if this character has that
Of
same
course, it's always
shirt.
the same thing.
You love that fur line
Everything else in
hooded.
Hero Forge is ugly. Next question.
Next question, nice.
And for what it's worth,
Okay.
Ryan, you aren't sharing anything.
Ow, fuck.
Oh, I thought he just wanted us to have an ambient experience.
No. No. We'll put some stabby boys in there and we'll get to it. Okay, I'm gonna think of how to do this in a minute. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta put the right name in there so we all know who these fucking guys. Stabby, Stabber. That is their names. That is what they are called.
Sick.
Aptly named. The Ruiner would be proud. Oh, six. Okay, cool. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Who rolled a 20 plus?
24.
24 from Vagoth. Who else? Drysrinn, what'd you roll?
20.
20, very nice. Who
Dirty
rolled
20.
Oh, dirty 20, very nice, Qiro. Who rolled a 15 or above?
16.
16, nice. Oops. Who rolled a 10 or above? What'd you get there, Cederick?
3.
3. You and Beverly. Oh, you're actually Beverly's looking ahead. Okay, let's do this. So, yeah, that is essentially the experience. Vagoth, you watch as Ember strides up, wand at the ready. The moment the door opens, unexpectedly, They are incredibly reactive in this moment. And you just see like they haven't gotten out yet, but you see them like immediately in the door with like a eh, look on their faces just past Ember, who is not quite pointed as well in the right direction yet. What do you do?
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. Let me make sure I've got exactly what I wanted here. Yeah, so really quick, I see this like begin to happen and this whole Ember's not gonna have the wand pulled at the ready quick enough. I reach down to one of like the mini pockets on like my battle skirt kind of deal, and I flick it open, and I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp on Ember to move him just far enough out of range of whatever attack is about to accost him. If he chooses to
Guys,
fail the save, it's a con save.
do you choose to do so?
Oh, absolutely.
Got it. Just want to make sure.
Just
So,
for flavor,
yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
it's a flick of like the pocket on the skirt and this weird like weaver's tool-esque piece of like cloth work flashes and kind of glows these sigils, and it's almost as if for a moment Ember is inside the pocket and then appears next to where I've put him.
Incredible. That's very fun. I love that. Just I thought you were gonna go portal. I thought you were totally gonna go portal gun there, but I like that better. That's
Nah,
awesome.
little pocket dimension pockets.
A little
Yes.
love it. You're playing with lives. All right, fantastic.
And then
Um,
I will bonus action because I don't know exactly what the fight is going to be like here. Uh, go into my blade song.
ooh.
Yeah.
Ching.
Yeah, that rapier slides out, and I'm kind of like doing like a back and forth movement, with like a little magical almost echo following me on the ley lines.
What does it look like when Vagoth dances? Because this is a blade song. This is
For
this is
sure.
the elven song of bringing forth the ley line through elegance
There's
and magic.
it's I do think it is ballerina-esque, long strides with the legs, almost 1 foot up in the air at all times if they're one's not on the ground making a specific movement. Um,
Kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
copiera.
Yeah, similar. Lots of midair movements, very quick, always on the toes.
Beautiful. Um, Absolutely. And you guys watch, hey, Vagoth may be a Cobalt Soul monk, maybe an archivist, maybe an artificer, maybe an ASMR, but is an elf and dances with the grace of the elf and plays into that 5 foot space with precision and perfection. It is both beautiful and elegant and perfected, enough so that it calls the very ley lines of magic to Vagoth's side. Probably there's maybe even like a little physical, or maybe like a visual manifestation of the ley lines sort of almost beginning to like entwine around Vagoth, like the Moonweaver's ribbons you saw in Lyrengorn that one time. Incredible, Vagoth. Is there anything else?
Uh, that'll be the end of my turn, I think.
Beautiful. Okay, Drysrinn. There are some guys who like to stab, and when they're done stabbing you once, they like to do it again. What do you do?
uh, I'm gonna drop 2 focus points to Elemental Burst, which
Okay.
is a
Oh, that's
DC.
right.
Yep. 20
That's
foot
your
sphere
version.
within 120 feet.
I'll just say,
3d8.
yeah, you come here, come here, and you send off a giant ball of concentrated lightning that explodes on the inside of the tower. Con saves, you say, huh?
No, Dex.
Dex,
16.
got it. Dex 16, failure, failure, success, failure, 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 Fucking losers. Only one of them succeeds. I'm gonna say the guy in the door goes out and ducks, and the guy behind him goes, and it just the entire inside of the lighthouse looks like a dance club, fucking strobing out on the inside. What is the damage?
16 lightning.
16 lightning. Very, very good.
And then I'm going to. I don't want to like jam up the doorway.
I don't want to use my bonus action.
I will get closer to the door, but not go in.
Understood. Just so much easier to do damage if I just replace all of these, so. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. How close do you want to be to the door? Like so? You got like how much distance do you want between you and the guy standing in the doorway?
15 feet.
15 feet, okay. So that's 1, 2. Okay, beautiful. We'll call that
And then
15 feet to have gotten there.
I will drop a key point to activate elemental attunement, but I'm not going to attack.
Lightning charges out from inside you. From your mouth, it almost across your body, emulating you in the power of the storm. Very, very cool. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Then it's Qiro's time. Qiro, what would you do? What would Godric do? What would the Raven Queen do?
Those answers are very different. Those answers are very different from each other, but those answers are also very different from what she would do. How many is there?
Just for the turn, philosophically.
Is there just one guy? Like, can we just see one person in the doorway?
You can see one guy. Look at those eyes, dude. This guy was murder on the mind. There, you see like one guy. Again, it's dark inside, obviously. So you see like there's one other guy behind him. It's very vague in sound, but like there's clearly a group going in there. So you don't know exactly, but you can visually see the first guy, and then like maybe there's another guy behind him.
Okay. Then you know what? We'll drop them in the doorway where they stand. Qiro wants to be like in line with Drysrinn, but not standing right next to her because that's where bad things happen. But like have line of sight on the doorway. So can she stand off to my left? I guess to the left of Drysrinn. Yeah, like right there.
Okay, cool. Beautiful.
Just a little bit closer in case somebody comes charging out, but not in anybody's way. And then she'll fire 3 eldrich blasts just at the guy she can see. But if he happens to die, we'll see.
We'll see.
And she gets 3. The lowest is a 17.
The lowest is a 17. That will hit.
Okay, so then all 3 of them hit because I rolled a 10, a 15, and a 17.
Beautiful. Roll me all that damage.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I rolled 2 10s. 10, 20, and then 8, so 28 points of damage altogether.
Oh, shit. That's a lot of damage, my friend.
28 plus 3, sorry, 31. I forgot to add my modifier.
Jesus. This first person manages to get around the lightning, and as he kind of goes low, he gets scorched in the back. There's no sign of care. This is going to be a weird choice, but like, you know how like wolves or dogs, when they get like wounded or they like lose their footing, they like, but they're in the middle of a charge, they kind of like spin out, but then like immediately, the moment they catch themselves, they're back into running. There's no hesitation. Mm-hmm. It's like that, and there's no sign or sound or explanation of pain whatsoever. But then you show up, stand next to Drysrinn, and you've got your trident, and from the tip of each of the 3 trident points, you point the trident, and these 3 just laser beams of death lance out, and just like cut the guy in 3, and he just completely wipes out and falls dead at the doorway.
All right.
Good job. Good job.
Thank
And it was it was close. Like there was no wasted damage there is what I mean to say.
Okay. Okay. So then the guy, so if he's down, the guy behind him, how, because I can see normally in darkness, I think up to like 120 feet. So how far, I guess, from the doorway is he?
That guy is only 5 feet from the doorway. He was
Oh,
like
so
right behind the
he'll
first guy.
he'll make it out in short order.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So then that is my turn. I'm exactly where I need to be.
Beautiful. Okay. If that's the case, let's get to business. They run out screaming, "Stabby stabber! Stabby stabber! Stabby stabber!" And I'm just gonna and they're simple creatures. Their tactics are not what we're most worried about here. What we're most worried about is earning our name, which is Stabby Stabber. So we're just gonna make a little line right here. As these guys all come pouring out to say hi, friendly as they are. I'll deal with these guys later. Or actually, no, they'll take a little. They'll totally swarm you guys. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Right? We got the power. In fact, we'll go for a little flank. We'll get them all advantage, guys. Why not? What are we doing here? Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Beautiful. Here we go. I love these guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Qiro. Okay, guy number 1. Stabby stabber! He's just gonna take that short sword and he's got 2 short swords in either hand that are curved and jagged and rusted, and he's gonna try and put them inside you. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, we're gonna take these one at a time because that's how this bad one's gonna work. 6. That's gonna be 12 points of piercing damage. He gets to attack again because he is in a stabbing frenzy. He stabs you once. He goes, "Ah!" He takes his other blade as he pulls out the first one to try and get you again. That is going to be a 22 to hit. Oh. Yeah, 22 to hit.
Hits.
All right, that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage. He gets to attack again because he hit you. That is going to be, come on, brain. We can do this. I know we can. 22. Jesus.
Yeah.
That is going to be, come on. Sorry, my brain isn't working tonight. 11 piercing damage. He'll get to attack again. That's cocked, in all fairness. That one's going to be a 14, which I believe misses.
Miss.
And so the fury and frenzy ends. So the next guy is going to attack you now. Does a 19 hit?
It meets it.
All right. That is going to be 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Next attack. It's going to miss. That guy's stabbing has completed. Last guy attacking you. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
For sure hits.
For 9 piercing damage. We're going to go again. How's modified 20? That's going to hit.
Yeah, it's.
That's going to be 10 points of piercing damage. He goes again. That one's going to be 14 to hit.
Miss.
And the last of Qiro's stabbing has ended. Now it's Drysrinn's turn to get stabbed a whole shit ton. All right, here we go. Natural 20. That is going to be...
Silver barbs.
Okay, we'll roll again. That's not going to be a nat 20, but it's still going to be 25 to hit. Who are you giving advantage to, Yvaine?
I will give advantage to Qiro.
All right, Qiro, next attack, roll ability check or saving throw with advantage. You are going to take 10 points of piercing damage instead, Drysrinn. He gets to attack again. That one is going to be 26 to hit. Or 9 points of piercing damage. Attacks again, another nat 20.
Silver barbs.
Silvery Barbs, who are you giving advantage to?
I'm gonna give it to Cederick.
To Cederick, and a very nice 16, Drysrinn. No, and that guy has officially stopped stabbing Drysrinn.
Wrath of the Storm.
What is that?
It is a reaction when a creature within 5 feet of me hits me with an attack. I can use my reaction to make them do a dex saving throw or 2d8 lightning damage.
15 probably doesn't do the job.
Meets it, actually.
Oh, okay. So
but
he
it's
managed
half
to-
damage on a save.
Got it.
That is 2, 6, so half of 12, so 6.
6 points of damage. Understood. That guy is certainly bloody. All right, guy number 2 is coming after you. He didn't start strong. That's going to be 17 to hit. No, that looked like a no to me. All right, final man is going for the stab. That is going to be a 23 to hit. That is going to be 13 points of piercing damage. Next guy, that's going to be 24 to hit. That is going to be 10 points of piercing damage. Guy attacks again because he got you. That is going to be not a crit, but that's still going to be a bazillion. 27 to hit. That is going to be 10 points of piercing damage. He attacks again. This time 16 to hit. No, and the stabbing frenzy has ended. Party members, you guys see the two Drysrinn and Qiro very bravely take the vanguard. Yes, Qiro?
As Sentinel. I have Sentinel. One of the dudes that Drysrinn hit is getting hit.
Okay, go for it.
And I get advantage. This is going to be so great.
One of the guys that...
One of the guys that hit Drysrinn, because it's not... I can't do it if I get attacked, but I can do it with somebody within 5 feet who gets attacked.
Understood.
And one of them was a nat 20. Thank you, Yvaine, for the advantage.
Ooh. Silvery bar. No kidding, I don't. That would feel really good, though, if I could have. That would have felt really good.
It would be fair. What am I rolling?
Nah, these guys don't have a fucking lick of magic.
Plus 14.
I don't feel like they're present enough to be able to focus
10,
it.
15, 15 plus 14 is 29 points
Yes.
of damage and a con save.
Whoa! Did you roll a hit?
Oh no! Con save is the mastery property. I have topple. No, so 29 points of damage is for the crit, and then on top of that, because I hit him with my trident, he has to make a con save.
Well, he's dead, so you don't have to worry about
that. Well, I mean,
he is prone.
Prone forever.
Yes.
My favorite kind of prone.
I would love a barbarian who says, "I'm a master at combat, like combat masteries. I'm really good at them," and just like kills a guy. Oh, I tripped him. I'd love that. That'd be very fun.
And it worked.
Anyway, so that guy's dead as a doornail. Now the rest of these guys aren't quite done just yet. Let's see here. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This guy's gonna disengage and charge at you, Yvaine. And then this guy's gonna do not that because he's ran out of speed. I think these guys will just box Qiro in and just call it a day. So party members, you see Drysrinn and Qiro bravely take the vanguard, and like horrifically, you see these insane crackhead goblin gnome halflings come barreling out of this place like there's meth inside of their stomachs and they need to get it out. And just an absolute spraying of blood all over them, all over Drysrinn, all over Qiro. You see the most horrible, uncomfortable, violent, jagged blades just like into Drysrinn and Qiro. I think Qiro most exceptionally. Like one guy got like 5 or 6 on you. You just see this one guy go like 6 times into Qiro, blood just spewing everywhere. It is a fucking bloodbath. That will bring us to Yvaine's turn.
I fucking hate these things. All right, so
I love them. I love them with all my
oh no,
heart.
I enjoy the combat, but in character,
Oh, of course.
this sucks. So bonus action, rings, 20 feet up, straight the fuck up.
Rings 20 feet up. What does that mean?
Wings, my
wings,
dragon wings.
God.
Sorry,
All right.
yeah.
You go 20 feet up. Hey, opportunity attack. As you are here, it goes. It's going to try and stab you. He does not have advantage on even. That is going to be a modified 20 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. That is going to be 11 points of piercing damage. He gets to do it again because he got you once. That time is only going to be a. Come on, brain, we can do it. I know we can't. 14. So my power misses. All right, you are free. And you want to be at 15 feet?
I do.
Okay, beautiful.
Or I can go as high as 20.
Yeah, by all means.
So then, yeah, I'm going to come all the way the fuck out of their range.
Nice.
And if we're being entirely honest, they have pissed me off. So, God, do I want to do that? I shouldn't do it at 6th level. All right, so we're going to do it at 4th level. We're going to cast a moonbeam.
Cool, right in front of you.
And so, if I think I can cast it right there, and I can hit all 3 of those fuckers, yeah?
Sure you can.
Cool. That's Constitution 19 for the save.
That doesn't happen until the start of their turn.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. No problem.
Well, then, it's my bonus action. That is my movement. That is my action. So, yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Van Zyl, you were, thanks to Vagoth, saved from the bloodbath that ensued, but you are free to act, my friend, when you do.
I think I'm going to exclude Qiro. I'm going to exclude Drysrinn, and the critter directly in front of Drysrinn, I think, is going to be 0.0 for a 20-foot fireball that's been carefully cast.
Understood. Hey, Cederick, Vagoth, watch your eyebrows. This is gonna sting. All right. Dex saves, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, Dex 18.
All right. Dex 18. That first guy succeeds impressively. Second guy succeeds impressively. Failure.
31.
That's cocked. Success. Success. Holy fuck. Only one guy fails, surprisingly.
Okay, so for the failures, that's 34 points of damage. 17 for those who succeeded.
34. Good fucking god. So 34, half 34 is 17 damage. In a total Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist, this huge blast goes off, and these like utterly perfect circles of non-damage form around Drysrinn and Qiro's 5-foot square. sparing them. You guys are superheated. You guys probably have a little sunburn going on, but other than that, you come out of it unscathed. The rest of them are fucking disintegrated, except for which I think it just has to be for pure comedic effect. The one guy at ground zero is the only one still alive with 2 hit points, because it had to be one of them. So somehow ground zero guy survives. Everybody else is just obliterated. The last guy is singed and burned, and he looks like he felt that. They've been pretty good at ignoring pain, but there's no pain like fire. Is there anything else, Ember?
I'd like to wave at him. the Nero, the Neo wave.
And he's like, okay, you want me to kill you? Okay, I'm coming. And he looks like he's about to stumble over to try and kill you. Beverly's like, she looks at her boots disappointedly. You know what? It's fine. And we're gonna skip over. Cederick, what would you like to do, my friend? You want to bonk that last fella? So, Cederick Longwaffle, are you with us, sir? Oh no! Nick, are you there? I'm gonna take that as a no. So I'll just leave it to Bev. Oh, there. Oh, I saw an unmute.
Oh, yep. Sorry, this is just not the greatest internet connection in this place.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I do.
He's barely standing. What would you like to do?
Well, I do one thing. I hit things with sticks, so I'll run up and hit him with a stick.
All right.
And you have advantage.
You sure do. Give me a little advantage roll and see if you hit. And if you hit, you get the glory of describing how you take down the last guy.
It's gonna be a 22.
How would you like to defeat the heavily singed, almost dead stabby stabber?
All right. Well, after everyone's in impressive displays, I'll run up, as eager as anything, and look at the state of him, and with sort of resignation, just give him a good poke in the face.
All right. He's like, okay, yeah. Ember, you're like, come on, and he's like, all right, I got you. I'll stab you for you. And then just the stick comes out of fucking left field and just like clocks him in the face like a pool cue. And the guy just drops to the ground, dislocated jaw, fucking dunzo, unconscious. Probably, actually, no, fucking brain damage, let's be honest. He cracked his skull, and he is dead. And with that, this grain silo has been liberated. The people on the streets go, we did not visit Westruun! We killed those crackheads! Yeah! Drugs are a real problem in the city, we appreciate it! Woo! And yeah, a little crowd is like cheering you guys on.
Yvaine's gonna settle down and since she can switch, she'll throw up chalice and she'll get a healing on Qiro, because Qiro, I think, has sort of been through it, yeah.
And Qiro will waver over. I can handle myself. The dragon is. Drysrinn actually is worse off than Qiro is. Qiro took more hits. Drysrinn is worse off.
Oh, all right. Well, then I will instead spend that on. So give me a second. I've got my chalice up. So, So that is a 37. I've got to find the 4 was over here. So, Drysrinn, if you will take 38 points of healing, please. And Qiro, if you will take 3. That is a 6. All right, 3 and 6 is 9. And 1 is 10. And 5 is 15, so 15 points of damage. Oh, see, healing. Sorry, healing.
Thank you.
It was me.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
along.
Yvaine, get him.
When I go to Chalice, I can send a little extra bump of healing.
I'm also gonna first level cure wounds myself.
All right.
Yeah,
This little gnome comes running up off the street to I'll say to Ember. It goes, Ember, for the Westruun for the Westruun Chronicle. How did you kill so many people all at once? That was really impressive.
Fireball.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. And just runs off into the crowd. It's a great story. Takes off.
He just said fireball. He said one word.
Oh. So handsome. So well dressed.
Should we examine what's left of the body? Should we examine the silo itself?
I will take a peek into the silo and give a little investigative poke around.
Yeah, I mean, a little investigation check.
Yeah.
You look at the bodies you made, and they got embered. I mean, I don't know what you plan to get out of it, but
I think at one point she's just gonna look at him and say, I'm not actually bitching. It's just you do realize it's difficult to get information, forensics information when they're but thank you, because you're so efficient.
the three guys that have the moonbeam on them are continuing to burn in radiant, crisping flame in front of you.
Wait, don't you have your stack worth of deadhead?
Oh, yes, I do have various, but unfortunately, it's just going to raise them back up the way they were. I was hoping to find, like, evidence on their bodies. They weren't... I mean, we can question them that way if you'd like.
Well, yeah. Most of their stuff is not identifiable. It's trash. I mean, and it's the worst kind of trash.
Speaking of trash, Vagoth, did you roll an investigation?
24.
A very good roll for a very unfortunate result. You look around, and it might as well be a fucking crack den. The only difference is that they're not. You know what? Actually, for that, let's give you something. They were, these guys were high on religious ecstasy. The Ruiner, that shit's awesome. Filled with religious zeal. They were also filled with apparently something else. You find a couple of empty dime bags and one or two little bags of what looks to be like sood, with some sood pipes laying around. Sood is a drug.
Yeah. I'll pick up the paraphernalia and take out like a bag, and I'll put it in it, and I'll cinch it with like a face of disdain, and I put it into one of my deep pockets.
All right, you may add, let's say three. You were really good. 3 bags of sood.
All right, sweet. I'll take the pipe is included, I imagine.
You can take the crack pipe, yes. If you wish.
Okay, sweet.
I want the crack pipe. Amazing. Anything else anyone wants to do in the aftermath? Beverly's out there like, all in a day's work. Move along, people. Jedi business. Go back to your drinks. Are
your boots what you got when you went off earlier today?
Yeah.
What do they do?
They make me go fast. But apparently not fast enough.
That's
one guy with my cool sword.
There will be plenty of other chances, I am sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping these boots help out. But it's coming. I'll get my moment. Maybe I'm worshiping the wrong god. Do you think I'm worshiping the wrong god? Maybe I
What
should
god?
worship like a god of speedy killingness. You know what I mean?
That's not. I promise you, whatever god is a speedy killer is not walking in any kind of radiant light.
What about Cord? Cord's like the god of storms, and lightning is very fast, and he's a war god. Maybe I should worship Cord.
Maybe you should just serve all of them. Why do you have to choose? If you don't feel like you should
All
choose,
of
why don't you
them?
just love them all? Yes.
I do like them all, but like
That's like
I
a
don't
3 hour
know.
long bedtime ritual.
It does make for a very long prayer. But I mean, maybe I need to just focus on one, and maybe that's what's been going wrong with me these last technically 2 years.
Has something been going wrong? I mean,
Yeah.
correct me
Yeah, I
if
lost
I'm.
all of my paladin powers.
Well, yeah, but Bev, from my perspective, you've been kicking ass for the last 2 years.
Wait,
Like
Beverly.
paladin powers aside, but unless I'm incorrect,
Beverly.
Every fight we're in, you guys run in and kill everything way faster than I can even run up to it in time.
So that's not fair. We have too much movement for that.
I have overbearing parents and sisters and
Why are
everything.
you bringing up your family?
They are my family. She points to
but
me.
also,
Oh,
didn't we ended up in Shade Barrow because we were facing down a Dracolich, and unless I'm remembering incorrectly, it was your banner that made that happen. Again, I could be remembering completely wrong, but I just mean
Oh no, that's how it happened.
objectively.
Exactly how it happened. She was the most important thing during that fight.
At that particular moment, yep, that's how it worked. Sorry, that's just the truth.
Yeah, I held the banner really good.
And I mean, on a personal level, I'll be honest. I know how we all feel about the angel now. When Drysrinn woke up in a coma, the only reason that I didn't burst out of the room to go find him was because of you. And then you went to go wake up Yvaine, and then brought everyone, unless I'm remembering incorrectly. Again, I could be, but
I just
And
want to
then-
be a badass is all.
But you are.
you were.
Uh,
Bev,
I
you
didn't
accidentally
kill
became
much
the
of
head of a
anything
gang by
either.
standing you accidentally became the head of a gang because we forgot to go back to get you. And in 20 minutes unattended. And then retired in the coolest way possible.
okay, thanks everybody again for the. Thank you. You're right. I'm really good at holding banners and calling for help and punching the thugs in the head. And yeah, you're right.
My darling, may I ask a question?
Okay.
Which oath did you take?
I wasn't knighted yet, so I hadn't taken an oath yet.
I just want to throw this out as a possibility because I don't know. But you haven't been connected to a paladin of any faith for quite some time. And this whole group worships a whole lot of different people. And so without an oath to anchor you, do you think that could be affecting things? And I don't know. I truly don't know. But why don't we, when the time comes, why don't we speak with an elder? Someone who's wise in these things.
Ooh, someone who's wise. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll find someone wise and religious to guide me through it. You're right.
Or
That's what I'll do.
not. I just, you know.
I should go talk to that angel guy. I bet he knows something. I'll figure it out. Cool. Thanks for the advice.
good news.
Okay, we can stop making this about me now,
There
please.
was nothing at all in the silo.
Excellent.
So there wasn't any back doors out. While we're here in the near the warehouse district, do we want to go look at the warehouse too? Or right in the neighborhood? But the concerning part for me is these guys acted like they were being given orders, and recently. Now, it may be coming from, a voice from the ether for all I know, but it could be significantly more prosaic than that.
There's one with enough of a face left I could question it. Can I make an investigation or a medicine check to see if anyone has enough of a face and skull left that I could use Varys and
I'll say the guy that Cederick bopped, all the other ones were killed by fire. So as you can imagine, that leaves very little intact. Death by explosion makes it very hard to keep things intact. But yeah, the one that Cedric bopped, I would say that he's available for Speak with Dead.
All right. Let's craft the questions carefully. I don't really want to improvise.
Boo, improvise.
I feel like I
Think
can
on
do
your feet.
this
Let's
more.
do this. Cast spell.
Cast spell. Boo.
It's not exactly like that. Sorry, I'm actually looking for the item in my attunement things.
The skull.
Yeah. Never mind, I am not currently attuned to it. So I will say I will need an hour for the attunement. But yeah, I can.
We can go. We'll throw him inside and we'll go check the warehouse.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You just throw me in a bag of holding.
Ew. I think you might have to disinfect it after.
I don't think he's fitting inside of a bag of holding, my friend.
Okay, we only need his head.
Satchel.
We only need his head.
We only need the head?
Yeah, I should be able to talk to him. He doesn't need his pelvis for that.
Well, I'm going to close my eyes or turn around, and whatever you all decide, sure. But I would like to not be here for it.
Hero
yeah,
actually,
me too.
Hero's actually going to. I was gonna go say Hero's gonna be like, actually, yeah,
All right. So let's
also,
go.
don't do it in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that child that was working for a newspaper, that would be bad.
Yeah, no. That's like I said. We will take the head, and we will go check the warehouse. I'm not doing necromancy in the middle of the street, but thank you for checking on me. Thank you for looking after me, all of you, because I'm sort of an airhead. So thank you.
Awesome combat. So what's the plan? Are you gonna drag the body inside the grain silo and decapitate it?
Yeah, that's probably the best. As opposed to out here.
Hero's just gonna stand outside, like near the doorway, to make sure that no one comes in. But she's gonna stay outside because,
all right,
present faith.
You hear some probably sickening, slicing, squatching, and then bone snapping sounds, Qiro, as Yvaine probably reappears coated in blood. And you have yourselves a skull in a bag.
Yeah.
See, that sickle comes in handy.
It's true. And I forgot the cleaning. Oh wait, no, it's cold. Never mind. She is covered in blood. Sorry. I'll need I'll go to Ember and be like, can you do the thing?
That's why I have it.
Prestidigitator.
That's right.
I think the hardest part about being a DM is having the city guard, the government, the good guys, ignore the crazy war crimes the parties that I run commit regularly. It's tricky to justify that. But anyway,
We behave very Canadian. It's only the war crime. It's not a war crime the first time.
And you had to have diplomatic immunity with your badges full set or whatever. They're like, come on, they're great. We can ignore this, right? Right? Yeah, okay, great.
They attacked us and they were working for one of the betrayers.
Oh, you're certainly not. You wouldn't be there
No.
to justify these guards justifying not reporting.
Yeah, we'll just kind of neatly stack them up outside.
It was total Spider-Man style. It's like from your neighborhood Spider-Man. They're like, oh my god, that one's decapitated. What the fuck? There's like a huge puddle of blood. Oh my god. Hilarious. Anyway, so you guys want to go to keep this going? Go to the warehouse?
Yeah.
I think that's where we are.
All right. You guys walk along. Walk along, you walk along. You make your way to the warehouse. Now, I'm gonna tell you all the fuck about this warehouse. I just need to fucking get it out. Okay, so you are gonna probably find your way to the edges of the market district, where you do find, again, this one warehouse that doesn't particularly stand out in any way. It just looks like a space that has, it might see use. Nobody's working there, clearly. There's nobody around it. But, warehouses are up for public, purchase, use. But anyway, you stroll up to this place. Let's see. A mech depot. Sorry, that's for other games. Let's see here. I can't use that. It's full of mechs. Let's see here. Warehouse. I'll find you guys a good warehouse. Okay. Sorry, I want to get you something you can visually latch on to enjoy. Boy. Well, we'll just get started. It's a big storage space. How would you like to get in? There is windows and doors, no windows on the ground level. There's certainly no possibility of being able to peek inside from the outside. Big barn doors for storage onto carriages. What's the plan?
Their second floor windows, skylights, something of that nature.
Yeah.
Anybody have any objection to red TVing or trying to red TV the space?
No, that sounds wise.
All right. Work with what you know. Okay, you send red in there. There seems to be 3 different points of entry. There does seem to be like a skylight window up top. This is imperfect. Ignore everything. And then there's behind this sort of gate, there are 2 different doors. There's the large barn doors for loading on the carriages, and then the side door that people would use. And then of course there's the windows up top. So 3 doors and a number of skylight windows.
Well, Fred'll use the windows.
All right. You send red in. You're going to see there are 3 people inside, sort of meandering around the space. The place doesn't seem to be lived in. And Ember, you recognize one of them. It's your favorite person in the world, Alistere. And he seems to be with an older dwarven lady and a grizzled older gentleman.
Alistair's inside.
He said with spite.
Who is that?
One of Yvaine's friends and one of my least favorite people. But I do enjoy irritating him.
Oh, so are we going to knock?
You
That's
mentioned
probably wise.
She just she gestures toward the front door so that Ember can do it.
Yeah, if the we'll mosey on up to the people door and shave and a haircut it.
Shave and a haircut it?
Yeah. Bop 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 bop.
Oh, understood. Okay, you throw one of those up. You definitely hear the sound of like at least one unsheathing blades inside. You hear from inside in the voice of Hunter Zork Lamench, thought dead. Says, "Who's out there?"
Tell Alistair it's his most favorite person. I've come a calling.
You hear a slight groan on the inside. And the doors open up, and you see Zork Lamench, the man who was apparently murdered by vampires during your adventure, but seems to be quite alive, despite how dead he was last time you saw him. Inside, you do see Alistair, and one person you haven't seen before, like I said, is this sort of older dwarven lady. Alistair says, "Was wondering when you'd show up."
Oh, yeah, sorry. There were some stabby things we had to deal with in a grain silo. Nice diction back here.
Delightful. Always a pleasure, Yvaine. And who do we have here? Someone new? And he'll look over at Vagoth.
I'm Vagoth, ex archivist of the Cobalt Soul, and I'll reach out to shake Alistair's hand.
And he will happily shake your hand and say, he'll say his name. I am Alistair de Vitrivos. It's good to meet you.
Can I do like a quick scan check? Is there anything identifiable on this man's person?
I'll shoot you a picture of it. Or actually, I'll just post a handout in Tal'Dorei, because that's why I fucking did all the handouts after all. I'll shoot you a picture real quick.
Yeah.
Or better yet, I'll just show you his fucking mini. That's why I fucking made all these things. And it's a pretty exact what it looks like, what he looks like. I'll turn up the lights a little bit in here. So that's what he looks like. Ignore the giant red blood on the end of his dagger. That's the only thing you wouldn't recognize. He's pretty scratched up and seems to be the guy in charge here. You'll notice that his boots, the weird things going on his legs. Sorry, apparently it's not a perfect representation. So yeah, get rid of the blood on the end of his dagger, and his boots are winged. You also notice that his body has many scars across it over the length of his very exposed flesh. And he's young. He's younger than both people in this room, but he seems to be the guy in charge.
Great. Well, nice to meet you. It seems the group I'm with currently seems to already be acquainted with you at some point. Ember said he's your best friend, so...
Huh. Not quite. But I appreciate that he wants to be friends. I've never heard of Ember making friends other than this little group.
Oh, I make friends all over the place.
And I'll believe it when I see it.
We had been under the impression that there may have been... You wondered when we were going to show up? You said that first, actually. What's that about?
Well, defenders of Westruun, you surely know that you travel with them.
we've worked together before. And we'll almost certainly work together again.
I figured we'd bump into each other sooner or later, considering we're probably hunting similar quarry.
Alistere is a priest of the Raven Queen.
Yes, and nothing else worth noting.
No. You're working out of the temple here.
Yep. We just work for that's right, the Raven Queen, and that's about that.
And she'll gesture at Jordan and says, Jordan was on our last on one of our last assignments with us, and I don't recognize the other lady. I'm Yvaine.
Yes. I just hold it. Wait a minute. I just accidentally deleted it.
I'm trying not to be impolite. I'm trying to make you name things on the fly.
No, you're fine. That's my job. The dwarf will give like a curt little nod of the head, a little bit more friendly than other members of Alistair's organization by the looks of things, and certainly an older dwarf. She says, I'm Teresa Dulamar. Yeah, Teresa Dulamar. You can just call me Teresa. I've heard plenty of your group. Pleasure.
Hero's eyes that have been locked on Joran this entire time will swing to Alistere. Alistere, you didn't mention that we were headed in the same direction. You didn't mention any of this the last time that we talked.
Well, I didn't know about this the last time we talked. We'd been following up on leads.
For how long?
Well, certainly as long as we had spoken. I've been working here since I got to Westruun. The place was in a rough shape the moment I showed up. So we all got back to, this time at the same time. But my first stop was Westruun, and, well, shit was fucked. So I got to work.
We talked last night.
Yes.
And I told you about and you had no idea till now?
Did you know about this place when we spoke?
When we spoke, no, but I knew about... Okay.
So in the same way you didn't know when we spoke, I didn't know, but then did find out by continuing my investigation.
Okay. It was just interesting you didn't mention anything about this, or I didn't know that you were anywhere close to here.
But would it be productive to talk about what we're doing? Maybe coordinate, since we're dealing, I guess, with another champion or close.
My organization tends to use methods and means that I don't think your group entirely approves of. I think it'd be better if we worked adjacent as opposed together. I think that makes sense.
Ember will.
Besides, we're quieter. We don't like to have eyes on us, whereas you are all very popular in Westruun.
Well, if I may suggest that if everyone is looking at us, it means they're not looking at you, so perhaps we could coordinate.
I'd be more than happy to share what we know, but as far as... let's keep
of course.
that all to ourselves.
They can just catch each other up on everything that they know. Yvaine would add that she highly suspects that. Oh, why can't I remember? Caladria Dark Eye. If she's not the champion of the Ruiner, she's champion adjacent.
So I only heard that she is the one who had rented out this warehouse. That is all I have heard of her. But I had heard that there was reports of magics going on here. Dark magics, perhaps. So we came to investigate.
Uh, can Yvaine, like, she can detect magic at will, I guess,
And
because
you'll note
of
that
the Oracle Eye?
yeah, and you'll note his companions, like Alistair like talked to you, but after like introducing himself to Vagoth, basically kind of like after the introductions were done, he kind of like looked back at his people and kind of gave a look at the head, and then they continued to start to do whatever they were doing, like investigating the site. And he continued to like speak to you guys. Um, but yeah, you're via the power of the Oracle Eye. You let's see here. Um, you and that's only 30 feet of you, right?
I believe so. I'm going to check it right now. Detect magic. Okay. I have to check the spell. Never mind. It just says you can detect magic. La, 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 la.
30 feet, I believe.
30 feet, yes.
You will note that there is an invisible magical rune on this wall, and there's an invisible magical rune on that wall, and they are evocation-based magics.
I'm going to tell that to Alistair as if he and I are speaking or whatever, I'll just point those out.
He'll mention it to he'll kind of say, Jorik, will you take a look? And he goes, yes, director. And he will go start examining the walls, and he'll perform a similar incantation. Yeah, he'll start making an examination of the room.
With knowledge that there is runes on walls, I would like to begin a careful investigation of the warehouse myself.
Yeah, by all means. And Alistair would say as much. He's like, we certainly don't. We're not. It's not our territory, so by all means, feel free to look around for yourselves. I hold no claim. It's more eyes better than one.
Fantastic. One moment then. And I'll
If you want to go make an arc, make me. Do you have a detect magic so that you can like see the room?
So I believe I do. Let me check my spell list though.
Because it is invisible for the time being, and you'll need some kind of magic to be able to actually like view it to examine it. Unless you want to like slap your hand on the wall, that could also be. See what happens with that.
I mean, I assume we're going to dispel them. She can just point to where they are, and we can just. I guess that's how it works.
Well, we'll see what Vagoth wants to do.
I admittedly do not have a detect magic, but is there any kind of like anything loose in the warehouse?
Loose in the warehouse? Make me Are you proficient with like masons, carpenter tools, anything like that?
Plenty of tools, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
masons,
good.
smiths, cartographers, tinkers, weavers.
Make an investigation at advantage as you kind of begin to examine the stonework and the woodwork of the warehouse.
With advantage, we're looking at 27.
So, just by the nature of not being able to have a spell to like view the actual glyph, you kind of take to the structure itself. And you're going to notice a couple of things. The first of which is that this place is not terribly stable. If you hit the wrong pillar, the roof would probably cave in. This place has not been well maintained by its owner. You are going to notice patches on the wall where it looks to be something was hung from the walls, probably like silks or banners or textiles or something for decoration purposes, probably in different places, which are now gone. You are going to notice a lot of creaking on the floor and a lot of loose floorboards. Like plenty of them could be like easily just pulled up like that if you had a mind to. And let's see here. Oh, you're gonna notice like a lot of spider silk, a lot of webbing. on the floor, like between the floorboards, which is interesting. Because spiders tend to like pick out dark corners and stuff, but there is nothing. The higher up you go, it's gone, but it only seems to be like in and around the floor and like to the wall, a little bit attached like at where like the wall and the floor meet.
Lifting up floorboard.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Lifting up floorboard. Is that like just house foundation or?
No, no, this is it wouldn't be disrupting the foundation. But like again, these are just like loose, like you just and it wouldn't do anything. Like you know what I mean? A loose floorboard, right?
Okay, so there's nothing
Uh,
under it. Is in that case.
yeah, you can pull it up safely if you wish to.
Yeah.
Do you wish to?
Yeah, absolutely. What's under this thing?
You pull up a floorboard, and you are going to find the underneath the floorboard there is thick, thick, thick webbing, and in and around and between all of the webbing is like many dozens of eggs. Circular. How big would they be? Let me find out how big they'd be. But they are like red, and they are like firm, like a cocoon almost. So they are. They don't look like anything natural made these, very clearly. They look strange. And they are. How big would they be? They're probably like have like a 3 to 4 foot diameter each one.
Well, good news, everybody. I found something. Better news, it's interesting. There seems to be some kind of spider egg here. Not normal. No, these things are quite large. If anyone wants to take a look, feel free. If you don't hate spiders. I know that's a common fear.
Take one, destroy the rest. Apparently the Spider Queen's decided to come play.
Are we thinking of picking it up? I would love to pick one up.
Jor Clement will say, perhaps a delay in your removing of one. Spiders tend to communicate along their web like a communication line. Disturbing one might disturb the rest. Wait till the last moment.
All right. Can I do any kind of? I guess I already investigated necessarily with the spider eggs. Is there anything more to be gleaned there? Maybe.
Possibly. If you want to like try and examine and understand these things, you can make me a nature check.
Oh, okay.
But we'll come to the result of that in a minute, just because that would have been lengthy. I want to see if anybody else has anything they wanted to have done in the meantime while Vagoth was looking around. Okay.
No,
Ooh, yeah, go ahead, Drysrinn, Ember.
I know he's usually just an a-hole. Can I insight check Alistere?
Yeah, absolutely. What just to like look for lies, deception, something that's not right?
Yeah, something about not telling us details is bothering me.
Okay.
Uh, 17.
17. You like how long you guys been back? You guys have been back in this time period, timeline, whatever, for like a week at this point. If we're being kind, it's probably less than that. You guys like showed up, spent a day in Terra, returned to Amon the next day, slept there, came to Westruun, and you're still on that day. So it's been like 3 days. Alistair, I mean, Vagoth's gonna find out, it doesn't matter. At some point probably. He is the cleric director of the cleric order in Tal'Dorei. He's been gone for 2 years. He has an entire faction. he probably showed up and like everyone just started shouting problems at him. And he's been cleaning up for 3 days and has been trying to like organize everything and seems to be having things organized well enough that he's able to actually start personally investigating issues going on, which in and of itself is impressive and might speak to why he's the fucking claret director at the ripe age of like 20 something. Um, so he's probably just been trying to get his faction in order and hasn't been like thinking about delegating tasks to outside parties. So no, this seems to be Alistere, and he seems to be being direct. He doesn't seem annoyed by any of your like probing questions at him, but he's come to expect your party doesn't, I don't know, is the way they are.
Paranoid. We're paranoid. You can say it.
Yeah, he probably exactly gets it because he's exactly the same. He's also very paranoid. So he's like, yeah, no, just the way you didn't know, I didn't know, and I'm here now. Just like very directly explaining it.
Okay.
So yeah,
okay.
He seems on the level. He doesn't seem to be disguising you of anything. George Clement's appearance here is interesting. He should be fucking dead as a doornail.
Yeah, that's adding a lot.
Well, that's an excellent segue to what Ember had planned on doing, which is to walk over to Joran and offer him Ember's whiskey flask and going, one for your health? With a definitely upturned question to be put there.
He smiles. He says, "Is this a flask that you keep the hand in, or is this the flask you keep alcohol in?"
That's the one for the alcohol.
Red
is come on down, Red.
Yep. And waves at him and he goes, he'll definitely take a hearty swig, and he says, "There's a price to be paid when you sign away your soul to a demon for power. And mine is that I'm not quite done here yet, despite the Raven Queen's wishes. Well, a devil, I should say, if I'm being direct. There's a price for power, one that I am willing to pay, for now."
Yeah, I understand all too well.
Yes, I expect you do. I'm told, Alistere has given a directive across the Order that you are not to be touched by any of the profane soul. Anyway, didn't expect that to be that weird. And he'll turn back to the wall, kind of examining with his magic eyes the sigil on the wall. He's going to say, "Well, I was here, what they were doing. This is a pain glyph."
That's in keeping with what her minion, adjutant, gopher,
I see.
Had to say. He was imbued with something.
Imbued with something.
Yeah, he vomited congealed blood. It was a black viscous ichor. He was compelled to speak, and as he became increasingly verbose, he began to bleed from several old wounds, but not red blood, but this black, viscous, semi-congealed ichor. And when he was cleansed of it, he ended up vomiting up a rather large bolus of that self-same, but he told stories about pain as a conditioner.
It sounds like a dormant possession or a curse of some kind.
That's what
Interesting.
Yvaine thought.
You are sharp. Well, is he still alive?
Oh, yes. We dropped him off at the doorstep for the Church of Arathis.
The priest should be able to help him.
That was our thought.
Hopefully. Smart.
But if
Welcome
you
to
wish
that.
to speak with him, he half his one hand is his name.
I will be sure to tell Director Teresas. I'm not the one that this organization calls on for talking. I do other things. And he'll call out to the room. He'll say, "The walls are lined with quadrangulated pain glyphs. I'm not sure what the activation key is, but it will not be pretty if we activate them, so be cautious. Could could do some damage, at the very least." Alistere will look over to, he'll say, Amaranthus Teresa Dulamar, will you come here for a moment? The dwarven woman will come over and say, "Yes, Director?" And say, "Well, tell them what you had found around the place. I'm sure they'll be curious to know." I am not French. I am Alistere. I got stuck in Jorik's accent. And he'll walk away. The dwarf will turn around and say, kind of like look at you all. "Well, we have found some things in here. Come on." And she'll just kind of take you across the room. And she'll say, "First and foremost, we did find the banners that hung around in this place. We also happened to find these strange markings, if you'll note the floor. Whenever you look down, it was very subtle. But those of you with a more arcane inclination will note very vague scrapings on the floor that would, intentionally scrape on the floor. So say some kind of circle. We expect magical. Someone was practicing dark arts in here. We do not know which. But we do know, apparently, who affiliated with this place. Fuck. I'm Scottish, I'm a fucking dwarf." Alright, there we go. She'll take out these banners and display. What is she gonna display for you guys? Oh, fuck. There we go. Da, 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 da. There we go. These black banners that have an eye with a blood drop coming out of it. She says, "It's time for a quiz. Let's see if Alistair's trust in... Fuck. If Alistair's trust in all of you is, as reputed as it is earned, who can tell me what is on this banner?" And anyone can do a religion check to see if they know.
Yes.
DC is fairly high. None of you have particular background with this entity. Let me know your totals when you got them.
24.
25.
Sick.
Nice. Cleric and the Cobalt Soul Archivist.
Yvaine rolled a natural 20 for a 30.
Very nice. How about Ember?
I have a 13. It's not the
You
change
don't
bringer.
know.
I don't care.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anybody else have roles? The Qiro and Cederick role? Nope.
I'm not even trained, so.
Okay.
Same.
For Vagoth, Yvaine, and Drysrinn, the most religious and/or learned of the bunch, in fairness, ruin, ravage, kill. This is the symbol of Grumish, the Ruiner. The weak exist to be crushed by the strong, so be the strong. And there is no motion but fury and joy. The rest is weakness. This is the Ruiner.
Right.
Anyone know?
The Ruiner.
Yes, that one.
Gold star for you, Elf. Alright, fair enough. It seems that whoever was here specifically took an interest into the Ruiner. So, I expect whoever was here is some kind of hoity-toity high-upper of the Ruiner.
And Yvaine will share the information about Calodria Dark Eye. I will remember this name.
Yeah, you already
Yeah.
explained the situation. It says, all right, next part of your test. She like points at the circle and says, we haven't finished examining that yet. Someone here pretty good at magic? Tell me what it means, what it does, and I'll share with you the last thing that we found.
The circle, as in the scratches in the floorboards.
Aye.
I'll take a look.
I will.
Yeah, anyone proficient in Arcana for this one. This one is a little more advanced. So if you're proficient in Arcana, you may take the roll, if you wish.
A natural 20 for 26.
Ooh, Cederick.
Not quite as good. Only a 22.
Because I'm just 17 on the die for a 30.
So Cederick and Ember, you guys go to working on it. You guys like take a different point, and you're figuring it out. Like you're figuring it out. And by the time you've got like one section of it, you're like, okay, so I'm starting to see a pattern, and you're gotta figure it out. Like Vagoth has already figured out the entire situation. And shows this like immediate brilliance with Arcana that could perhaps match Allura Thysern herself. So Vagoth, what you learn is that this circle is part Arcana, part divine. Very advanced magics. This is ritual-based magic. This isn't a spell. This isn't a ritual spell. This is something more older and darker. This seems to have something to do with transmuting, empowering, and connecting an individual deeply with a mighty dark power, perhaps even a betrayer god. So this is like Hulk. This will Hulk someone, essentially. Or I don't know. Basically, it empowers somebody to become an entity that is dark but terribly powerful.
So it would seem in that case, Mrs. Dwarf, I didn't catch her name. There was a long one. Some sort of ritual in its basis. Something to make somebody much more powerful. And I'm going to guess, based off of Grumsh, it's old. Very old, if the sigil is anything to guess. And I'm like tracing it with my finger. I draw it in a little journal.
I almost imagine maybe you have a little cantrip, like a prestidigitation or something, where you kind of like illusory, almost like kind of connect the dots across the floor and kind of illusory show the intention behind it, which is probably very stunning to Ember and Cederick, because this was a complex, like weaving divine and arcane magic is incredibly complex, and they got basically looked down at it and maybe like 20 seconds later at most, like figured out the full picture. Truly a savant.
Yvaine did roll, but it like 16. And that's with like all of her eyes. So I think when Vagoth starts actually pointing it out, like with the prestidigitation or whatever, she probably looks like she's just absolutely wondered by it because she's kind of seen things like that in the dream situation where magics just create like the weaving behind magic. So very cool.
Alistair will kind of hear this with surprise and say, "Oh, I'm getting to understand why you picked this one up." Um, and the dwarf will say, "Well, I'm not going to proof check you. You sound like you know what you're doing."
Thank you. I do. What's the third thing?
She will take out a small pin, and she is going to poke the end of her finger. And she is going to say, Raven Queen, reveal what has been spilt. And she will, a single drop of blood in this incantation will drop. The moment it hits the deck, the walls seem to, like, almost like all the air, all the light out of the room sort of seems to, like, go monochromatic, really, like the walls kind of darken and go monochromatic. And then on the floor where the ritual circle is, you very vividly in red see, in different shades of red, layers and layers and layers of blood splatters. And in this small incantation, she shows the amount of blood that has been spilt in this place. And at the center of the circle, you see maybe a dozen, maybe more, splatters to indicate that multiple people have died in this circle and been bled in this circle. That lines up, I think, with what you were saying there, lad. Someone was testing something dark here. Maybe even succeeded. I'm gonna say, just because I've seen all the reactions back there, I'm gonna say the dwarf turns around, looks at Qiro and Drysrinn, and goes, "I'm sorry, were you expecting me to have double-crossed you or something right there? You looked rather concerned."
We're generally paranoid, but present life experience taken into account, it's not unexpected. That and all of this is just
Fair enough. Good to be paranoid, keeps you alive.
not poking around.
We're agreed though that like we're destroying this place the moment we leave. Yeah, we're not keeping it around for study. So anything anyone wants to think about or write down.
Yvaine, I question why we're still in here poking around things that are definitely not these. This isn't my area of expertise. This isn't my wheelhouse.
No, but it is sort of mine.
Zork says, "I'm inclined to agree. We should burn the demon spawn." And Alistair says, "Because knowledge, Hunter Zork. We need to know who we're fighting and how they're fighting." At this point, Vagoth, if you would like, what did you roll on your nature check for the floorboards?
My nature was 18.
That's pretty good. Similar to what I said, these things these are not natural spawns of nature. Maybe they were at some point, but they are not now. These things have been heavily augmented by profane powers of the negative plane, of the outer plane. Maybe of the abyss, maybe of the hells, maybe of something else. But what these are, and basically the size of the cocoon, these are probably beings that no longer could be considered, like, of the mortal plane. They do not belong on this plane of existence. And by the standard of any paladin or cleric or their salt, they should be purged from the land. as they will do nothing but destroy and ravage when they are born.
So, with the Grump circle and the ritual murder and whatever the blood thing she did was, which I need to not think about too hard, we should probably go about getting rid of all these spiders before they are fully developed. I want to study one and bring one home. So if you guys let me make the decision, I'm going to make the wrong one. I'm going to step over there.
Alistere says, nonsense. We should absolutely take him. I'll do
I
you...
like him.
Yvaine, can you keep this from spreading?
Take 2 and we burn everything. Abyss. Burning might not work. Shit.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
care if they're resistant to fire. Just if they're completely immune.
Right. We're gonna have to find a way. How are you going to secure yours? We can bring ours to the soul.
Let's not secure any. That's the bad decision Vagoth was talking about.
But I
Don't
It's
take the
so
poisonous
interesting.
thing.
It's there is so little chance to.
The only way to fight is to know what you're fighting. I mean, you can burn everything out of spite if you wish. I'm taking an egg. And I invite any one of you, if you wish, to come and study that egg with me.
That's fair.
Or not, entirely your choice, but we have the ability to keep it contained and study it in a controlled environment, so we better know what we're fighting.
Fine. That sounds perfect.
I like the egg study.
1.
Ember is going to, in the middle of the floor, set down his brazier. You have a minute. And is going to begin casting.
All right, Alistere, let's pick one.
He goes, all right, and he'll run over with you, Vagoth, and you pull up the floorboard, and he'll be like, pick a healthy one. We want something that is what it's meant to be.
All right.
Make me a nature or insight check, and that'll be an advantage because Alistere is helping you out.
Moments before.
Jord Lamench will look
Add
at
6.
Add 6?
Add a d6.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Jord Lamench will say, I think the rest of us should set up a perimeter in case any of them slip away. Even one can be a great detriment and slaughter entire families.
Agreed.
He'll look at you, Ember, and be like, to be clear, I am on your side, but I am also on the side of being careful and making sure nothing slips away. Give us time to set up a perimeter, at least. Should only take a minute.
Well, it'll take me that long to cast, so.
With a 5 on the die, we've hit 22.
Fuck yeah.
5 on the d6 die.
You find a big, tasty egg, and Alistere will say, extract it carefully, we don't want to wake anything up early. So with that, I will say make a sleight of hand at advantage, as Alistere will help you try and secure this egg without alerting any of the other eggs.
Which I do believe I am proficient in sleight of hand as well. Let me make sure. That will be a 19.
A 19. Excellent. With great care, you and Alistere, like 4 hands on the egg, carefully extract. Alistair's got a dagger in there, just kind of making like little nicks at the more thicker webs with great care. And between the two of you, mostly you at the forefront, you guys carefully lift out, which is heavy, this 3-foot diameter, almost shelled not quite. Again, like partially like a face eater egg and partially like a cocoon. This like reddish yellow, kind of wet to touch, silky egg from it. Um, and carefully you extract it successfully. And goes, all right, let's get out the door. And you two, and very much like moving a bit of like a couch, because you gotta have it on your chest because it's round.
Yeah.
So the two of you kind of have it there. And yeah, two of you kind of move it outside. Are the rest of you forming a perimeter in case anything gets out alive?
Yeah,
As
I
you're
was going to say as soon as Ember and Joran left, Yvaine would have left with them to support.
got it. Jorik will like just takes like the front and draws his sword. He is the best in his order at doing this kind of thing. And I think our dwarven friend is going to take the high hill, and any one of you could take wherever you want. She'll kind of like take the back door here.
There were 3 entrances, so Yvaine will just naturally station herself at the 3rd one.
All right, you'll be with our dwarven friend here.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else where? If anywhere. She maybe is like, oh yeah, let's get in there a little bit. So you guys are kind of just taking a bit of a perimeter.
Qiro, your silent spell.
Qiro, Drysrinn, is there anywhere you guys would like to stand? Cederick?
I'm gonna back up from where I was, like a good 20 feet away from what's happening.
So where is that around the warehouse?
Mm,
Want to take like the street corner maybe?
yeah.
Okay, cool. What about, I'm gonna say Beverly kind of like takes the back alley. What about Kira?
Here will be does the alley that Bev is standing on, is anybody standing on the other side of that alley?
Nope, that could be you.
Yep, I'll be there.
Alrighty.
Is anywhere else not covered?
There is the back wall that's not covered, like back here, if you want that.
How high up is that sort of balcony if I had to jump it or something?
There's no balcony, but there are high windows. I guess that's technically like, yeah. If you needed to climb up there to like get to Qiro, 10 foot.
I'll go back there, but I'm going to cast Spider Climb on myself.
Oh, cool. Fair enough. Okay. This may just be only precautionary. We'll find out. But we're gonna see what happens. Cool. So with that, everybody is vacated. Ember, from your brazier, you know, anima, anima, and the fires begin to sort of pick up in front of you. As this is happening, you feel the floorboards begin to clatter underneath you, and there's the sound of fire is danger. So you feel clatter begin to happen in tandem with your summoning, and suddenly that big pillar of fire takes shape and becomes the elemental of fire. And looks at you and will sort of, in a crackling, flame-ridden voice, just the sound of consuming fire says to you, "What is your will?"
That which is beneath this floor, consume.
Yes. And he will leap from the brazier and begin to sort of scan across the wood floor. As he moves across it, flame begins to sort of quickly begin to sort of take up. As I assume you yourself maybe walk out and close that barn door behind you.
Oh. As I walk out, I will dump one fireball into the room.
Fair enough. Yeah, you just kind of expedite things, put a little gasoline on it. Immediately the place begins to burn. And uh, as you close the door, close the barn door, you hear inside the sound of like the sound of like fire with consciousness, but also this like small, high-pitched. Like to be clear, these things are like saplings, and what you hear is the crying of dying saplings. And naturally empathetic, mortal beings that we are would feel sympathy no matter what. These things screech with a sound that is demonic and otherworldly in their childhood, in their childish baby screams. And maybe privately to yourself, maybe in a way you might never want to actually mention aloud, you feel joy. Your heart feels lighter to know that these children are being slain. They're being killed. Whatever their intelligence, whatever they are, it is good that they are dying, and the very fabric of your being knows it. Um, I'm gonna do a quick little rolly roll. Okay. As the screeching is happening, you guys kind of are like, good, 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 like privately to yourselves. And then there will be, after maybe like 20, 30 seconds, the sound of glass shattering on the top windows. And you're going to see some of these like twisted red spiders fall out of the windows. They have no like mandibles and fangs. They have mouths with teeth in front of them with red eyes that are just, there's no rhyme or reason to where they are above them. It's just like one's big, one's small. There's no symmetry, just fucking eyes all across it. Its back thorax is, it glows red and has spikes coming off of it, not hairs, but like thick spikes. And its arms are just coated in serrated little claws for climbing and whatnot. These are abominations. And the first wave of them that manage to get out the windows are on fire, and they just roll out the windows to the ground and just like death throw, fall dead. Jork like takes one out. And then what seems to be sort of the last trickling of them is they will sort of, only one or two will leave out of each window, but each of you will have something to do before all is said and done here. It is good that you took a perimeter. And we will slaughter them when we get back from a break.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Baby.
Oh, that's just fucked up.
Yeah, fuck, huh?
Ah.
It's really about the small details. You gotta look at the spikes on the thorax and the arms. Those are what really bring it home. I love that word,
Why-
thorax.
Why are we always fighting the gross shit?
Hear me out though.
Yeah.
No, that's where that ends.
I was
No, nobody should actually hear the joke I was going to say. That should stay in a box somewhere.
I just gotta find a mini equally fucked up. You know what?
Hey, Spider Box
I'll
is
tell you
cool
what.
as hell. Is that fucking a Pokemon?
Oh yeah, dude. This is a community minis. They'll upload everything. They got Warhammer minis, they got fucking Marvel minis, they got Pokemon minis. Yeah, dude. All kinds of tabletops you can play here.
Hey,
Me and
when I bring my Wyvern in, can you make it Charizard specifically, just for fun?
yo, I got you, fam. I got you, family.
Thank you.
Well, I got you a proper wither, for one.
Okay, hell yeah.
There. And then I got you
There is a Robo Wyvern.
a Robo Wyvern. We could have a Robo Wyvern. Shit. No, I get it.
It does
work.
have one like artificer wing, but
Let's see if I got Charizard here. There he is.
there we go. That's the shit.
Okay, so we're gonna deal with this very easily because these little bad guys, they don't have a lot of hit points, and after surviving a fire, will have even less. This is more about seeing if they get to you before you get to them. Like who's gonna get the attack off first. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll initiative for them. Okay. All you gotta beat is a 9. Everybody roll initiative. All you gotta beat is a 9. If you don't beat a 9, you might get spider herpes. Which is the worst kind of herpes. There he is. Your boy.
That's my boy.
But let's be honest, according to the official sizes, what he's more like this size.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
Isn't that really?
But the
Doesn't
wyvern
that
is
really
I think
make
wyvern's
you
huge.
sad?
Is it huge?
Oh no, they're large. They're large. Wyverns are large. Charizards are for sure. Like that is lore accurate size Charizard.
Yeah, it's like 5 feet tall.
Isn't that really upsetting? Didn't that upset you when you found out? Wasn't that a universal upset?
Yeah.
Finding out Charizard is tiny.
All of the Pokemon sizes are really absurd and very sad. I don't know.
Make them big.
Yeah,
bro.
make them huge.
Why are you not making Charizard fucking
That's
huge?
the male fantasy, is large Charizard.
Let me ride a fucking dragon, bro. Ash Ketchum did it. Anyway. Look, really quick. Oh, it's the Schmokey. Sorry, I had to put the promotion out there. Okay. Who rolled below a 9? Who's gonna be the fun one? Who do I get to attack? Who rolled below a 9 on initiative?
I'll take a 9 voluntarily then. You said fun one,
No.
so that makes me sad.
No. You rolled well. I know you did. All right, all of you level 12s rolled well above, I am certain. Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20.
Fuck. Well,
Best
someone
place
rolled a
to roll
3 in
a
the
nat
last
20?
fight.
Initiative.
Come on, Beverly. Come on, Beverly.
No,
This is your moment.
Beverly.
Kill Beverly.
Yeah, she rolled a nat 1. Let's go.
No!
Kill Beverly.
I got Fury of Blows.
Mission
Nothing
objective,
is touching
kill
her.
Beverly.
How do I give
Um,
Beverly
Action one turn.
disadvantage?
Beverly's not dead.
Get him, Charizard. Alistere rolls just fine. The dwarf woman rolls just fine. Jor Clement rolled poorly. The thing comes up and goes and like bites on Jork's arm, but he has like the guy's not in like full plate. He's got like half plate, but his left arm is like a full plate gauntlet. And in this moment, you realize why. It's not just for style. The thing bites down on his arm and does nothing. And he just kind of holds it there and then just stabs it through with his sword. The guy's the Daryl Dixon of fucking Blood Hunters. Meanwhile, on the other side, the guy attacks Beverly and fucking eats it from her sword because she's awesome. And the dwarf just like snaps her fingers and is sent to hell or something. So unfortunately, nobody dies. But all of you in tandem, I want to go around and hear about what it looks like when you slay one of these little demon spider bastards. Drysrinn, I'm going to go around my screen. Drysrinn, one sort of falls out, crawls down the wall, sees you, opens its teeth, and it comes up to you. But you're first. What do you do?
Nope. Punch. No. Lightning. I'm not even. It's not even getting 10 feet close to me. No.
I'll tell you what. I just had in my mind. I had like, you have this martial arts move. I'm fucking patenting a Drysrinn martial arts move, and it's called Thunderstrike, where basically Drysrinn does like a sweeping like upward down kick, but because of your element attunement, it's 15 feet out, which means a bolt of lightning shoots down as your foot laces around and just crashes into the guy, and it just like impacts him so he hits the ground, and then you're on top of him and just like fucking like what's that one movie, that really good, the Wing Chun movie, Ip Man. Fucking Ip Man on top of him, just do like a rapid fire punch to take him out. Okay, Qiro, the one comes charging at you. What do you do?
Actually kind of working with the property for her trident. She's gonna kind of go low, and as it goes past her, she's gonna try to scoop it and tip it backwards. And then hopefully once it gets knocked over, wherever the center of it is, that's where the trident's going through. Kill it fast, please.
Excellent.
Don't move.
Excellent. Yeah, it charges you with all malice, and you just, being the skilled fighter that you are, you just drop the trident on it, bear it to the ground, twist, and it is no longer a problem for anybody. Yvaine, let's hear it.
Hey, remember that time when she was randomly attacked by a flying snake? And she just totally went overkill because she wasn't quite expecting what she got and just...
That was the funniest shit in the world. But anyway.
It's very much the same sort of thing with a guiding bolt at 3rd level.
Hell yeah, you just overpower, and just obliterate it. Just fucking delete it. Incredible. What about you, Ember? How the one manages to fall out of the roof just above you? What do you
do? Transmuted rhymes binding ice, but flame.
Got it.
Be bound in flame.
Hell yeah! As it's falling out of the window down at you, just coming at you, you send up that ice that turns into fire and just hits it like a material thing and just plasters it against the wall and just fucking incinerates it in its bindings. Very awesome, very cool of you. There was no one other person who could have achieved that other than you because these things are resistant to fire. Now, I am going to commandeer yours, Vagoth, because you're carrying along a big-ass egg with Alistere. So 2 of them come after you and Alistere, and just... and then there is a fucking... the ground fucking explodes as a 10-foot winged dragon just comes down like a bird of prey and disintegrates both spiders in the ground underneath. Well, actually, one of them, the spider in the ground underneath it, as it takes off to retain flight, its tail whips around with actually, they're immune to poison. It doesn't do that. It just explodes all of both of them and just takes up into the air and lets off a feral, victorious, draconic screech of having slain its kill. And you guys see the majesty of a wyvern. Well, it's not really majestic. It's more terrifying. Oh no, you're stuck. Okay, great.
That's my boy!
That's my boy! And it goes... and does a fire blast in the air and everything because it's Charizard for just a second. And then you rub your eyes and look back up and it's actually a wyvern. Incredible. With that, the building continues to go off. Yeah, look at that. Fuck yeah, dude. I love the cobra neck on a wyvern. I'm like, they did something right with that. With that, they are dead. The good news is, not that I think anyone really cared here, but, or at least noted to care, it isn't near any nearby buildings, and its foundations are made of stone, so this can be a controlled blaze to a degree, and it will not start a huge fire that'll get Westruun. Yeah, so it burns down. The fire brigade people start running up, pails of water. The citizenry just comes flooding out, dozens and dozens and dozens of people, maybe a couple of seconds later, with pails of water, freaking out, pouring water on the building. There's no stopping this. It's an absolute mob of people trying to put out this fire. With that, Zorik will come up to Yvaine and Alistere, and he'll kind of like take that part from Yvaine and like help Alistere. And goes, Director's looking like about time to go. And he goes, good thinking, Hunter. And we'll look to you, Vagoth, and we'll say, I'm going to get this secured. I'll find you afterward, and if you have interest in poking and prodding,
Yes,
maybe have some fun
please.
together.
Get in touch. That would be fantastic.
Will do. You can find me at the Temple of the Raven Queen most days.
Oh, you should find me. I don't...
Okay.
Thank you.
What are you? You're not scared of death, are you?
No, not at all. Conversations I don't want to have, you know.
I don't, but whatever. I'll run into you at some point.
You keep your secrets, I'll keep mine. Go.
That's fair. I just... Jork is like, Director, we really need to go. You can schedule your play date later.
I wink at him.
Jork, fuck you. And the two of them sort of kind of head out of there. The dwarf. Yeah, Yvaine, you like turn down the street to look at the dwarf, and you're like, yeah. And then the dwarf is still there because she's a dwarf and not very stealthy, and he's like, yeah, and then kind of runs off into the crowd, not terribly stealthily, but just. And then again, it's the heroes of Westruun! Woo! The defenders of Westruun! Yay! And this little gnome girl comes running out. Ember, how did you defeat so many all at once?
Fireball.
He's and everyone's like, fire, yeah! And you see one guy rips off his shirt and he's got a t-shirt that has Ember's face, and on the bottom it says Fireball. And things are just taking off in the city. You guys are so famous. People love it. The guards show up and they're like, who brought down this building? And they're like, the Aurora Concordant to the defenders of Westruun. The captain of the guard is, you're coming with us for additional rewards for your heroism, for sure. And everyone's like, yay! And then like cut to like an hour later, you guys open the door of the Sun-Kissed Inn with like more medals around you and flowers and wreaths and everything. You're like, ugh, what a day. Is there anything you guys, that's mostly just for fun, but is there anything you want to do here as this huge crowd is formed and they're applauding you again? You burned down a building! We have so much faith in your heroism and your legend that this must have been for a good reason. Yay! Is there anything you guys want to do here at the warehouse as it burns down around you?
Yvaine will...
It is late, also.
Yvaine will lean into Ember and say, is there a way for you to check and see if the circle's been destroyed?
Oh, sorry, really quick, I totally missed Cederick. To hear about Cederick's sick kill. Cederick, are you there? Sorry. Alright, well, if you are there, you get back to me. And we'll hear about your spider killer. Cederick. Please continue.
Oh, yeah, no, so I was going to ask Ember if we had a way of making sure that the circle itself was destroyed because it was on stone. So it's not like it was just salt that could be wiped away.
It was on wood.
It was scratched on wood.
Yeah, and I think Vagoth, you could easily relay that, like, A, it was on wood, which would have burned up. B, it was taken down to try and hide the evidence by the original wielder anyway, so it was already in an active circle.
Yeah, it wasn't going on anymore, Yvaine. The evidence is gone. I did draw it because it was cool, but in the house, gone.
We just don't need, you know. The betrayers have maybe had a bad night. I pray it is so. All right, well, as soon as Ember's done getting us closer, we should maybe go back to the sun-kissed inn and go to sleep.
Yeah, I think it's about time to retire. We've burnt down everything to be burnt down here. I mean, we'll probably have to come back once everybody is filtered out to see if there was, anything subterranean attached to this location. But that's not a now thing. That's a in the morning thing.
After the fire, perhaps.
After the ashes have cooled.
After a nap, I would like to sleep.
Yes, and everybody, after the nap, regroup with me. If I'm going to be traveling with you, I need to fortify my party in the way that I can. So hold me accountable to remember that. I'm thinking about a spider egg right now.
All right, so she jumps on the earth board to the inn.
I don't suggest an omelet.
Oh.
I think Ryan fucking died, so. How do you think
Like I said, I don't suggest an omelet.
No.
I know Ryan would know, but does anybody else know if there's a version of the God's Brawl here?
I don't think there is a
Okay.
big arena in Westruun. There's
Well, not
there's
sure we could
the
figure it
arena
out,
part,
though.
more like the cleric temple part.
I'm almost certain there's a.
probably temple-ish decored for sure.
Yeah, we could figure that out. Vagoff would probably know. Religious person in the city.
Right.
Well,
Drysrinn's only been to Westruun once, so
Yeah, I'm sure that there's been so many Goliaths who have kind of roamed the region. And a lot of them tend to favor Cord for a variety of reasons. Mostly because they're
yeah.
big thumbs up to let's fuck shit up.
And they're right for that. I should just put that out there. They're correct.
100%, obviously.
I already miss Ox, my barbarian boy.
Are you guys at you guys would have gone back to the Sun-Kissed Inn?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just so you know, you're no longer sharing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm loading it up right now.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're totally good. I usually forget, so I appreciate it. There is a monk of the Cobalt Soul present at the present there. Don't worry about this person. They don't matter. It's some human Cobalt Soul library, Cobalt monk. In fact, probably doesn't know much about like is a very simple monk. Probably just like delivering a message as a librarian at the end of the day. Will sort of bow to all of you and say, Aurora Concordant, pleasure. Which of you is the follower of the Stormlord, Drysrinn?
That'll be the tall one in blue.
Looks
That
up
would
to
be
your
me.
great stature and says, hello, Drysrinn Maestrovos. I had a letter to pass along from our researchers at the Cobalt Soul regarding a series of map fragments, I believe they said.
Oh, wonderful.
Hands
How
it
does
to
this
you.
work?
It's a letter. You
I
just
think you have
there
to
you go.
read it.
Yes, you have to read it. Do you know how to read?
Okay, so I may be tall, and I may punch things, but I do have
How many numbers is this?
intelligence. 3.
There are,
which is one less time
meant,
that I can punch you.
I meant no
That would be
offense.
fun.
There are a lot of people who cannot read. I apologize. And he just leaves, deeply embarrassed to have offended you.
Hey, no.
Dying.
As he goes out the door, you hear a little.
Drysrinn, I can't believe he said that.
Now look. Someday you're going to have to go to sleep.
I generally every night.
And we will be in the wilderness.
Are you
And a
threatening
lightning
me?
strike could happen at any point.
That's
Are you threatening?
Anyway, I'm going to read this letter.
You go into your letter. You are going to find. You guys had deposited 2 pieces of the map puzzle to them to research. Within seems to be the other 4 pieces. And that's it.
Okay. Ember, I'm going to need help putting this together.
Okay.
A little message appears across the letter, the unmarked letter that says, you solve it. Don't ask for help. This is something like it's like this is your test. Ask not for help.
This is your personal quest, lady.
Yes. Basically.
Okay.
Utterly distressed. What? I have to fucking what? You all sit down. Young Ulf goes, "Welcome back. Food and drinks for everybody."
Please.
Yes, please.
All right, coming up. You guys can all pay for the sleep here fee again. You wish.
Absolutely.
It's the which comes with the continental breakfast. So this is going to be considered comfortable accommodation. So 8 silver a person.
I got it.
Can Yvaine guidance Drysrinn, or is that not allowed?
I mean, the letter doesn't give you any more rules. It just says you solve it. It says this is your trial. You solve it. Basically.
I think a trip to the temple is even more warranted now. Oh.
Guys, it's a 6-piece puzzle. Just do it. Like,
She's gonna try and put it together over the meal.
make me an investigation check. DC is 10.
This is... Oh.
And your guidance.
It's a 6-piece puzzle.
Still.
Okay, you know something? It's been a long day.
It's suitable for, devotees of Chord ages 6 to 12.
Yes, because I have a +0. Which means I had to roll above. Which is good, because she rolled a 14.
Great,
But hold
you
on, I have
succeed.
+4 from the guidance.
Yeah. Drysrinn, how does it feel when you are faced with a 6-piece map puzzle and Yvaine asks for the blessing of the Moonweaver that you can hopefully succeed this trial?
They
something
got the
along those lines?
stunt.
Considering she had to cut Yvaine's eye out. Had to do that. And this is just putting this together? And it's still somehow stressful.
You might want to look into that. That feels like something worth looking into. Anyway,
Yes.
you organize the pieces a bunch, and you realize that they're like, because there's lines on it. You realize there's a couple of ways this could all go together. Um, I'm gonna need you to roll me a. You're not proficient with cartographer tools at all, would you? Maps? No, nothing like that. I would like you to make me a history check on top of it.
If you want to, go ahead. I'm on the phone with Naya, by the way.
All right. Yes, I'm seeing a hand, Kira.
Well, because it's not cartographer's tools, it's navigator's tools, and so I don't know if it would count. But if Qiro had the ability to help, she would try to help in any way that she can, but I don't know if that counts.
I'll allow it. I'll say, as you're
She has
looking
proficiency
over,
with it too.
I have to just imagine Kiro sitting at the dinner table and Yvaine and Kiro and everybody is just all looking over Drysrinn's shoulder. She's
It's a
completing
team
the 60th
exercise.
level. I guess so. Apparently it is, regardless. So yeah, I'll tell you what, Kiro, you can roll me a history check at advantage because of your navigator's tools. Drysrinn, you can roll a straight history check.
Which D20 do I want to use?
The good one.
I have multiple good ones, actually.
Oh, that's tricky. The pretty one and the good one at the same time.
That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Ooh, that's even better.
So I got a 9.
All right.
So history
What'd you
check
get,
at
Kiro?
advantage, I rolled a 19.
19. You're surprising to your education, your very unique homeschooling that you received. Your mother probably taught you, especially about the coast, the biggest cities and the best places, for the sake of where the best loot is and best caravan trade routes are coming out of. Whereas basically this is pirating education. If you're gonna hit something full of goods, it needs to come out of a city full of goods. So here's the places with full of goods. And you remember very briefly she was like, "Oh, don't worry about the Empire. They only have one port, and it's in this really cold place, and you don't want to go up there. There's better places to maraud." And would have brought up, and you're like, and maybe would have in passing been like, but they do have very good goods that come out of Rexentrum. And she could have told you all about Rexentrum, because maybe she wasn't always a burglar on the high seas. And she would have brought up the point that she goes, "Oh, they have this crazy library there full of monks." And you were like, "Hang on a second. One of the two major vaults of the Cobalt Soul is in Rexentrum. And one of the combinations of these maps shows Wildmount and has a little X marks the spot over exactly where Rexentrum would be."
Fun. And she's like Kira's been passively looking at all of this, but all of this is arcane history stuff. Like you said, she's homeschooled. And so she very slowly kind of sits forward and will move a couple of the pieces. I know where that is. I know where that is. That's Rexingtrum.
As you say Rexentrum, the message on the thing that said "This is your trial, ask no one for help" Drysrinn, burns away, and a demon comes out, devours her soul for fucking cheating. No, it just disappears. And a new message appears, and it says, "Drysrinn Varnos, pick 2 champions and meet Eudolifon, High Curator of the Cobalt Soul in Rexentrum, at your pleasure. This does concern a vestige."
Oh, fuck me. Hero, you up for an adventure?
You have
This
to
is the
ask. You
start of
still
the
have to
Unbothered
ask
Folk
me
music video.
Yvaine.
that.
Of course.
It'll be fun.
Another girls' trip, I guess.
One for the ages.
Obviously.
Now, all of us are going to Rexentrum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a few of us are going to have a special location, a special thing that we're doing.
Yeah. I gotta say, the Cobalt Soul, loving the new contract so far.
We're pretty cool. Okay, how are we going to get there? Wait! The telecircles! If we still have access to the telecircles, they'll cost us 50 gold.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
circle in Amman that has a lot of connections internationally.
We
I'm
can
sorry, across the
hat
land.
there. Or I guess it's not a hat anymore.
Well, no. What Yvaine's saying is we don't even need the hat. We just
No, hat to Amon. And then Amon to.
Why? There's circles here in Westruun.
if the Cobalt Soul's got it.
And I think Drysrinn's right. The Traverse Junction is the one that has like the massive connections that is open to the public. Westruun has circles, but it's not nearly as well connected as the Traverse Junction, which is connected to multiple continents.
It's
Wow.
how we escaped Draconia.
We can take the hat for free to Iran and then go from
That part.
What is the hat? I'm sorry.
No.
I've truly been trying to like let the girls trip form, but what is the hat?
Who is that?
Cederick had it last.
Is it Cedric with us? I can't tell.
Yeah, I've got it.
Vagoth asked you, what is it?
It's a blue-green, wide-brimmed 17th century pirate type hat with a lot of nautical motif associated with it.
17th century. What? It's only
What?
700.
It's to do
Yeah,
it's
I know,
to
I've
do
seen
style.
It's a hat of teleportation.
That's incredible. Okay. Okay.
We move around a lot.
Sure. Teleportation is one of my favorite magical subjects.
Yvaine can also rip a hole in a tree.
It's a little inexact, but yes, we can. So long as I've met the tree and developed a bit of a relationship with it, there's a way to portal from one tree to another, or from one large body of water to another.
Can't you also do the same if we submerge in a body of water?
Yeah, you just have to be completely submerged.
That's fascinating. In completely documentable settings, I would love to see you do this. Unfortunately, as far as my arcane work goes, so far I can just do short range teleportation with a bit longer lengths depending on people. But I can just do it whenever. And I think for fun, over the next little bit, I'm just teleporting around the inn, lengths of 10 feet at a time.
Ain't no magic in the bar.
Okay, fair enough.
Nothing above a cantrip, and nothing damaging.
It's not no spells. Just teleports again.
I can't be a. Come on.
Come on, man.
What What are we doing?
Go ahead.
What are you doing in my bar, man?
Anyway, it's cool.
Pretty
I
cool.
love it.
Guys, we've made enough people cry for today, don't you think?
I didn't nearly disappoint Alistair nearly enough, but tomorrow's another day. Brand new
And you-
opportunities.
You did a lot of fire damage. Like it was a lot of,
It was very cathartic.
Is it bad that I almost hoped that it wasn't actually Alistair? Like it was disappointing that he's just that aggravating.
Good night.
Casually aggravating.
What did he do? What did he actually do to you?
I genuinely like him.
Help,
He's
help,
like, oh,
help,
hey
help.
guys, welcome to our
Hero.
investigation site. Here's everything we found out for you already.
Like, he
Hero,
was-
help me. What is aggravating?
I think everyone's just on the Ember bandwagon at the end of the day. He was super accommodating and nice. He was like, hey, here's everything we found out. Respect our secrecy,
clear.
but yeah, here's everything we found out.
To be clear, Hero still has existing like vampire beef with the guy. The church thing, like that's not better, but it's not. It is a series of events. She is learning the kind of person that Alistair is, and she is not a fan at all.
And I think we've established before that Drysrinn doesn't do well if information is left out. Like,
What
she
did they-
questioned Earthbreaker Groom.
Did.
All right, I'm just surprised. That's all.
Yvaine
Alistair
really
gets a lot
likes
of heat.
Yvaine really likes Alistair quite a lot, though. So it makes her sad that her friends don't like him.
Well, for me, it comes down to his order's desire and willingness to bring to an end anybody who has contracted with beings of a higher order or lower order, as the case may be. They were quite willing to terminate someone who was in our company for an accident of his birth. And I have thoughts and feelings about that.
Okay.
And
fair.
I tend to run a little on the hot side.
Well, he goes, wait, who are we talking about? Circumstances of birth? What was that?
Nero.
Oh, right, the criminal guy that, yeah.
Yes, that one.
All
He was unfortunately born on the day, perhaps to the hour and minute that
Oh, yeah. It's over here
Vecna
next to me.
passed.
Gonna leave a mark.
Jeez,
And
hilarious.
apparently he's not the only one that has that particular accident of birth
Jordan
and the
Village.
associated baggage.
That's it. That's it. Ember, that's it. That's the connection. We couldn't. I'm sorry. We couldn't figure it out. We couldn't remember what Jordan Village was and why it was important. That's why Jordan Village was. That's where Nero was born, and that's where that giant arc of energy went through when the Whispered One left this plane.
Eh?
Sorry.
No, it's
That
Well,
I'm
it's about
slow.
200 feet under the ground now, unfortunately.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
This is a lot of random information, I think.
I'm sorry. I just put that together. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's quite all right. It's important for us to put links in the chain to create the constellation, as it were. But I think we're all just a little punchy from fatigue, so perhaps perhaps a long rest, a good night's sleep, and a comfortable bed may be the order of the day.
Yvaine will quick cast Dream Walk on everyone.
We all get some
Thank
sleep.
you. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
I actually
well,
think
Yeah.
no one's told her where it is, but I'm sure she could ask. She's gonna go try and find a temple for Cord.
Yeah. Let's see if we got a cord temple here in Westruun. Let's see. Let's see. Go ahead out. There's a big old temple district. Or temple ward, excuse me. Very different, excuse me. Let's go find the Storm Lord. Do, 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 do. Um, Ooh, that's not a good sound. Who the fuck was clean by the bell? Reservoir. Or is that even what was Son, fearful of the day this person. Theodore, who the fuck is that? Is this person? No. You are told you could go. You're like, is there a temple for Stormlord? People are like, no, no temple for Stormlord, but there is an altar that has been put up at the first bastion.
So we'll head there.
All right, you head there. You find the magnificent, which you would have passed by several times. In fact, you defended it once. As a giant hole opened up in the middle of it. But you head on inside this beautiful marble temple that is a testament to the creations of civilization and lawfulness and so on and so on. In one of the major alcoves is a statue of the Storm Lord and an altar at his foot. This place is dedicated to Arathis, but there are altars to the gods who do not have temples in the city here, like Cord himself.
She's gonna get in front of the altar, get down on her knees, and she still has the symbol, the holy symbol of Cord from the person that she found dead in the river when we met Ulrich.
Okay.
And she's gonna lay that down. And just start a prayer in Draconic. Yeah, okay. I think she's gonna say something along the lines of she's gonna accept this challenge because, of course. But her friends practically her family at this point, don't need to be put in that type of, I wouldn't say danger. We put ourselves in danger all of the time. But the types of challenges that Drysrinn tries to face is not the same as the rest most of the time. And so she's going to pray for their safety. And because no matter how hard or unwinnable this challenge for her may be, it shouldn't have to be that hard for the others. Because this is not their challenge to go through. So she'll leave that symbol as an offering and that prayer. And then yeah, get up and leave.
Beautiful. Take inspiration. That was great. Pray to the war god that the battles you fight, as desperate as they are, need not be so for your friends. And that is excellent. Okay. You return. Okay. Yvaine, roll me a d20. For your hat.
No, that's a 7. I'm sorry, it was a 7. So
Let me end you, bro. No, it's all
listen.
good.
Yvaine would like to reach out to someone in a dream, and we don't have to play it out. But
Reach out
she's
to somebody in a dream.
yeah.
What does that mean?
Casting the dream spell.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. Okay, do that first because it's not. It's a very modified kind of dreaming, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So she's just gonna get in touch with Glint. And give him the rundown on the current status in Shadebarrow, and suggest that he would be the perfect builder, since we need not include members of the League of Miracles. And she'll go through some specific ideas that she has for it, and if he's interested, he should come to Westruun and meet with the Graveseer.
Got it. You might not want to say meet with the Graveseer because the Graveseer isn't in the loop about the vampires and might have something to say about it.
Oh,
yeah, to be
Time to come see
clear,
me.
what you
I'll have
guys
him come
did
see
was
me.
very intensely against the doctrine of the Raven Queen, so may not be best to involve them.
I'll send him to Alistere.
Cool. Yeah, there you go. Glint. So these people need a smith, they need a builder, and somebody who understands the undead. And yes, Yvaine?
Her suggestion is that because he's so long-lived and the vampires have all been learning skills anyway, that there's no reason that he can't just teach them the skills, and then they could be the labor force and we could keep it very quiet as to what we do.
Yeah. So you tell Glint about the needs of these people. Glint, having heard that these people need someone who can make arms and armor, can build, and can do all of these things at a very quick rate, and someone perhaps who is knowledgeable of the undead. Glint, who has all of these skills, will wake up the next morning, and he'll sit up, and he'll look out his window, and he'll say, "I had a dream. I had a wonderful," and he'll just start singing. there'll be a whole musical number as he like packs all of his things and throws all of his bones into a bag of holding and he dances down the street. And someone says, Glint, where are you going? He goes, I'm going on an adventure. And you know, it's very Glint's fucking dream come true. And Glint will that'll happen in the somewhere in the background. Glint is connecting with well, we haven't really relayed to Vagon exactly what happened there. That may be startling, so I'm gonna play it cool until that comes out. But yeah, Glint Grimhelm will go seek your pals. As you dream yourself, you just are going to start getting repetition of old things that you have heard from these two feminine voices that you don't really understand at this point. I'll say the one you hear tonight is, "Oh, my sweet runaway, this is the funniest thing you've ever done." The other voice is, "Name your price." And you wake up, and everybody wakes up. And it's another day in Westruun where shit is crazy. There's betrayer cults running around, and someone's got to deal with it. But hey, there's some good news. You guys have figured out the breadth of your target's affiliation with darkness, and you could probably go report that.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
I agree.
Cobalt Soul time then, yes?
If that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Got it. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give my girl a little something. As you guys all wake up this morning, you know, have a little breakfast preparing for the day ahead. Beverly comes in and she's kind of got like a lot of soot on her boots and hands. And she kind of walks in and takes her gauntlets off because they're dirty and puts them to the side. She goes, "Hey, I went looking for I went back to the place we burned down just to see if we missed anything, and I think we did. I found some stuff." And she's gonna pull out some heavily singed pages and a very damaged binding for a leather book. Just there's not much left, and she just puts it on the table.
May I?
By all means.
Oh, to the group as well. Are you alright if I just gonna give it a shot? I take out a very like thin spool and wire around it, and I run it up like whatever's left that's leather journal's binding, and I'm gonna attempt to cast mending on it.
Oh, okay, very cool. Yeah. You cast mending on it. The book will sort of spring back to life at this point. The binding becomes like a nice proper leather. It still shows the signs and scars of having once been burnt, and now looks kind of like almost like a burnt, cured leather book. Like it's almost like a stylistic thing at this point. Actually, looks kind of cool. All of its pages return. They're unfilled, so the ink itself was not reconstituted, but the sundered pages, I'll say, sort of come together. So it's a full journal with mostly blank pages. but there is a couple in there that still show the signs of like a burnt edge and what was wrote. So some of it is minorly recovered, but not a lot of it. But the book does reconstitute into like a properly mostly unfilled journal. So what was lost can't be recovered for the most part. But those pages that were singed, those edges are cleared up. So more of the messages are retrieved. Well done.
What does it say?
So, most importantly, and I'm going to, most importantly, you are going to see, you would have recovered a lot of this actually. Like it was almost completely destroyed, or it was minorly destroyed enough that you wouldn't have been able to have seen it, but this is like largely recovered. It is a hand-dropped map of Westruun with certain, places with little X's over them. And it seems to be marking places of economic importance, basically like the city's stress points, fracture points. If we take this building down, this part of the economy collapses. If we take this building down, their ability to arm their men significantly decreases. If we take this building down, and so on and so forth. It's basically a map of the most relevant buildings in the city to the infrastructure of Westruun. And the little notes that are there too about like why this is important, you know. What is perhaps more interesting is only scraps are put back together. There are some pages that are just like too ruined to possibly read, but the ones that are recovered, one page says on it, you know, ... something something something. Ravagers mistake Torog for a god of suffering. He is a god of structure failure. Or excuse me, Ravagers mistake Grummish for a god of suffering. He is a god of structure failure. And that's all you gather from that. The next page of the three is like ... And this one was pretty close to the map. It says, break the right support and even the city collapses almost gracefully. And the third one, this is the final page. It says, Westruun will be my thesis. Actually, my apologies. One more page. Ruin's wake is not the goal. It is my signature.
Troubling things in this journal. Things that seem more on the move than I think we were expecting. Drysrinn, unless you think we can get to Rexentrum and deal with your thing fast, we need to
By no means do I ever assume Cord sends me anything fast.
All right. Well, and I'm just gonna like show the map and be like, we've got some options.
Did we tell the mayor?
We tell the soul.
Did we tell both?
Both doesn't sound bad.
Just remember this. While it is not impossible for the soul to have been infiltrated, it is less likely that they've been infiltrated than, say, the Lord Mayor's service. Now, the Lord Mayor herself is, I think, above impeachment, but the people who carry her messages, the people who just walk in the halls, I don't know if they've been vetted as well. And I'm not saying no, but I'm saying that if we do tell the Lord Mayor, we must be able to trust everyone she trusts or know what the risk is worth. I will go with the group on this, of course.
What if we ask her to discuss it with Sergeant Longwaffle's team?
Cederick?
If we must.
Beverly says, then we have our heading. The soul and the Lord Mayor, right?
Yes.
So it would seem.
Before we head off, after we've had breakfast, does anybody feel like they're fast enough? Raise your hand if you don't need to be faster. Drysrinn.
I have a speed of 55.
Fantastic. Then leaving Drysrinn out, I am going to take out like these like very nicely well done scrolls, roll them out, and having each person put a hand on each one of them specifically, I am going to make them my connections for my cartographer ability. And let me read that real quick.
Yeah.
All right. After a long rest while holding cartographer's tools, you can create a set of magical maps by touching at least 2 creatures, up to a max of 6. So Beverly will be included in this if I leave Drysrinn out. Constantly updates to show the relative position of all map holders, but is illegible to all others. The maps last until you die or until you use this feature again. While carrying the map, a target gains the following benefits. Everybody, for every initiative roll, adds an extra d4. And then we know each other's location at all times, as long as we're on the same plane of existence. And there are some things where we can like teleport to each other as well, but I will notify when that becomes important.
Oh. For the sake of this, I guess it sounds like you make additional maps. Each of you receive from Vagoth essentially what looks to be like a continental map of Tal'Dorei. It is not, there's no borders, there's no places or cities or anything like that. It's not like informationally detailed, but it is geographically detailed. And there is this one little shining light in the sort of
For fun.
northeastern section of Tal'Dorei.
For fun, everyone is a different color, and you guys can pick your favorite colors, I suppose. And just because I think this is a cool creative detail, it looks like there's longitude and latitude lines, but they're a little off, and I think it specifically is magical mappings of ley lines across Tal'Dorei.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Nice. Amazing. Beverly's fast as fuck now. She's easily the fastest person in this part. We're just gonna put that behind the scenes. She doesn't know it yet. She hasn't tried out the boots yet. But how much speed does it add to her? You said speed was.
It's not necessarily speed, but you get an extra
Oh.
D4 essentially to every initiative roll.
That's very.
It's okay. I have a thing that I'm attuned to that I can use a D8 to add to my initiative.
Sick.
Hell yeah. Okay. You guys get up and you head out now that you all have some fancy new maps that courtesy of Vega. Have a little residual magic there. Where are you going first? Are we going to the soul first, or are we going to where are we going?
I think the soul first is the way to go.
Soul
Because there may be some
first.
additional information that may be based on those locations that may prove germane and or useful.
Understood. You make your way there. You guys walk in and you are greeted by the archivists, who are like, welcome. Do you need to speak to what is their new rank? Hang on a second. There we go, curator.
Head peepaw.
You need to speak to curator Solomon.
Post haste.
Very well. Excellent. You head off, and you're gonna find the elf orc curator. Hi, everybody. Apparently, I will have to be handling you after all because someone kind of quit out of the blue. That was weird. We're gonna talk about this, me and you. Not later, but right now, this is you have something you wanna.
It's quite forward.
Some large amount of work, I'm sure you wanna give me.
Well, we have intelligence if you've an interest.
Sure. Is this regarding the job that my one-time archivist gave you, or is this something you're putting into the archives for some money?
This is regarding the job, and so
regarding Caldera.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
let's hear it.
We did some digging around. We eventually found a warehouse she may have at one point been related to. Well, it seems like she was. Anyhow, we found what seemed to be an empowerment circle for Grumsh, among other things. But most importantly, we found what may be soon extracurricular plans of action detailing these locations on a map. And I'll bring out the piece of journal that we still were able to recover.
Take out the journal, look through it, and all right, I'll have to inform the Lord Mayor's office about these. They're TAC targets.
We can go see the Lord Mayor after you feel that you are appropriately informed. That would take something off of your plate. Less work for you.
That would be very helpful. I'd love that. Thanks. Well, and you can tell her that we'll follow up with any sort of details of this report. And turns to the last page where it says like Ruin's Wake will be my signature. And he's already a pretty pale dude. He, like, any remaining color kind of leaves his face, and he, like, almost fumbles the book. And he goes, Ruin's Wake. They have a look on Ruin's Wake. He kind of looks up to all of you and goes, oh, this person's not just it was bad enough that they were savage, stabbing animals of a barbarian tribe, but now they have this woman who's intelligent, and she's not even just a researcher. Ruin's Rake is it's an arm of the betrayer. It is a spear made from the bone of gold dragons. It is a profane and horrific artifact, and its power to destroy is legendary. We've been researching the arms of the betrayers because, everything. I have only seen very small reference of it, but from what I have heard, it's a weapon of pure devastation. A spear of... I can't imagine what they could do with this thing. We don't know exactly what it does, but we've heard the stories, and there's some truth in the stories. Thank you. We're going to look up what to do next, but I'm sure there's plenty to be done. Payment. You'll probably be wanting payment. And you've never seen like Yvaine. He's always been this kind of guy. He's shaken by this revelation about Ruin's Wake. Whatever he learned about it seems to speak through his reaction. This terrible weapon. Kind of to himself with a little bit of he's a little out of it. He'll produce 600 gold pieces and he'll put it on the table. He'll say, I think that's somewhat reasonable for your findings and your success. Well done. Sorry, let me think. I'll look over the information and get back to you regarding it. And yes, please inform the Lord Mayor, and you can assure her that we will be passing on everything that we have here. We'll make a more detailed report.
At some point, it may be, if you think it's appropriate, we can get a sending stone to you. That way, when you need us to do something, you can just send us. If you think it appropriate.
Sure. We have plenty. I should have. Sorry.
I have some on me
feel,
right now.
I goes, if you wish, I
Here.
have a series.
I give him the corresponding one.
Yeah, he catches one with a little bit of dexterity shown there. It's okay. Demon spider siege weapons, rituals of violent ascension, a betrayer's arm. This woman is far more dangerous than we could have ever anticipated. Let me be very clear. If you get any information about her whereabouts or who she is or anything like that, I would say approach with extreme caution, and please let us know to help us complete the puzzle.
Do you have 10 minutes?
Sure, of course.
Yeah. Yvaine's going to set up scrying and see if she can scry on her. I have a name. I have a book. That I'm willing to try if you're willing to. I've got it prepared.
By all means.
Yeah, so Yvaine sets out her star maps. And she pulls out kind of the archive because she sort of sets it up and does like a number of sort of navigational things, and this is sort of her process of attempting to scry, and then she opens up a beautiful bejeweled makeup compact. Yeah.
Cool.
And poof.
And poof. Okay. You attempted to scry. Anybody could sort of see into it if they wished. But your mind and your consciousness truly entered into it, Yvaine. And as you sort of are trying to find her within the power of scrying, you feel your consciousness hits almost a magical psychic wall. And you are sort of reverberate back into yourself. Whoever this person is, they have taken precautions against such measures, it seems.
I miss my ring. So, well, it was worth trying.
Fair enough. But yes, like I said, if you have any important information regarding this person, please tell us immediately. And we're gonna start pouring more resources into this, we think. Okay. Thank you. We'll be in touch in the next couple days, if not sooner. As soon as we have something for you, we'll let you know. In the meantime, yes, please let the Lord Mayor know. As you can probably imagine, her hands are probably very full and might have good use of your help. We'll be happy to pay for, we'll happy to compensate you for any jobs you do for the Lord Mayor if she doesn't.
Right now, let's clean the streets.
All right. Before you go, Vagoth, love to have a word.
Yeah, of course, sir. I'll be right out, everybody.
You all presumably leave.
I'm not the one in trouble. Yes.
I'm not the one in trouble. Yes, that's great. He goes, So, you you kind of left without any explanation. I was hoping I could get one from you. Is there something that happened? Have you been subject to any kind of mistreatment or learned anything that caused you discomfort? I just want to know why you took off on us. We want to make sure that there's no ill will or that there's something going on that needs to be taken care of.
You are all at the Cobalt Soul incredibly a well fit for my pursuits. There was no bad happenings whatsoever, but somewhat close to my chest, your organization was to help me pass some time. I could do some good, I could put my skills to use. I was directed here to Westruun by my celestial aide, let's say, and was told to hang on. And I haven't heard a word for 4 years. So, when a group that I was told to watch out for, not with any proper nouns, but it seems like this is it, came across my desk, I'm hopping at it.
Your path is just diverged. That is understandable. I mean, you're like 3 weeks away from getting your your milestone timepiece.
God, it was so nice.
I know it was going to be really nice.
Believe me, I was looking forward to it, and like the whole
3 weeks. I mean,
I know it's I had a good time here. I've got no complaints.
All right. Listen, if your path is diverged and you have obviously a more informed destiny than many people, fair enough. You have our support. We're certainly not like angry about your leaving. We're not happy to see you go, but I understand. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we're cool because you've pretty much shown up to work like early every day and left late every day, and you were an incredible worker, and then you just quit one day. So we just wanted to be sure, you know?
No, it was all fine. I appreciated the occupation while I was here and the chance to do what I could. You will, as a organization and as yourself, have an ally in me.
Excellent. Now,
could I still get the timepiece?
I mean, the policy, I'd have to take it up with the high Qiro.
I had to try. I had to try.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. And look, as a colleague and, dare I say, friend, as you probably have just can tell, these people, the Aurora Court and the Defenders of Westruun, noble as they are, probably about to get into some really incredible danger.
These people, with respect to their ability, they're crazy. They were talking about blowing up a grain silo.
I tried to put that very easily just in case there'd be offense there, but it's well known they've lost their minds.
I think I like them, but there have been multiple times where I, as a scion of Arathis, have to completely be oblivious and ignorant to what they are as a whole. I watched a woman go, "We just need the head," and then she walked into a building and then came out covered in blood. And that was she didn't even do the spell. She just has that.
Yeah. Really?
No. Just we
tried to look into it. You got to make sure the people you work with, the new adventurers on the scene, are on the level, and everything we got was they're crazy. They're really effective, but they're crazy. We actually have a quote from Vexalia saying I think the quote goes like, they're assholes, but that's the sign of a good adventurer.
Jesus. If we could just get them in like a licensed therapist, you know?
I think we have to have a couple lined up. They might drive the first one or two insane.
Find me the calmest person you can.
Well, this is the Cobalt Soul. We have monks. Anyway,
Anyway.
listen. I just meant to say these people are clearly going to get themselves into some serious danger with this Ruin's Wake and Dark Heart and everything. And I can see there's no deterring you. It seems like something you waited on, but I just hope you know what you're getting into.
You know, for the first time in a while, I don't.
Well, I think this is where I say something about Ayun, and may she be with you, but maybe not too soon. You can enjoy the excitement for
No, you're
knowledge of
good.
what you...
Check it. And then I
Yeah,
tap him up
alright.
and I leave the room.
Yeah, brother, what's up? See, bro. Come on now. Yeah, and you take off. And with that, you guys can flash to the Lord's Mayor's office. Holy fuck! As she puts down the book. The fucking what? What is a Ruin's Wake? What the fuck? Demon spiders in my city? Um. Okay, sorry, I'm okay.
In
Thank
fairness,
you.
we burnt them. Yeah?
No,
Are you okay?
I was going to send someone to ask you about why you burnt down that building.
Yes, every spider has been burnt.
And why you slaughtered those people all across town.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
they
I
weren't
do.
people.
Cult of the
Exactly.
Ravager.
Yeah.
They
were coming out at night anyway.
Yeah,
They-
look, I'm
they-
not worried about it. You guys are, you're them, right? You're the defenders of Westruun. Like, if you say that they were crazy cultists and not homeless people, I believe you.
No, they were cultists. We've run into them. They were the same bastards that we found in the woods.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you guys have the badges. You're well known to be good people and adventurers. Anyone else I would have arrested. But like, man, you're the defenders of Westruun. What am I gonna do? Anyway, thank you for the services you have done so far for the city. I'll be sure to bring this as I quickly go access the how the government runs in Westruun. Woo, that's not the button I wanted to hit. Hang on. Oh God. Okay, here we go. Do. Shade Barrow, Westruun, there we are. Government. It says, yeah, I will be sure to bring this up in front of the city council, and we will oh no, she does rule. Personally, I believe. Yeah, she says, I'll bring this up with my council of advisors, and we'll decide how to proceed. But in the meantime, yeah, there is plenty we could use help with. I've got two major ones, actually, that I'd love to put in your hands if you guys are willing to take those on. Yeah.
Cederick? Yeah.
What have you got? We're happy to be of service.
They're pretty simple. The description's at least pretty simple. In the Underwalk ward, we found a series of tunnels beneath Westruun. We're like 90% sure it involves the cult of Torog and the Crawling King digging new routes into the city. We would love it if you went down there, found out where the pockets of the cults are, took them out, and then reburied the passageways. Probably took a while for them to dig, so if you guys could collapse those, it would really put a dent in their operations. So that's one thing that's pretty important, unguarded passage into the city. We could really use that plugged. The second is that we've actually had a report outside of the city of a canyon where there's been like rumors and reports of massive toothy spiders, is what some explorers said. Now that you've told me about these demon spiders, dots are connecting. We're really limited on resources, and you seem to know how to deal with them. So if you could head out and handle them, just wipe them out, those two things would go a very long way. That would be my request. So the Spider Maw Canyon mission and the Buried Warrens mission are the two operations we really need dealt with. If you guys could handle those, one or the other, or both. I don't know. However you want to handle it.
I think the cult of Torah gotta take priority.
Yeah, I would like to see those entrances made no more. I'll have better spells for it in the morning. I did not prepare those spells. Not that we can't do it today. I'm just letting you know I can't personally collapse anything today. That's not to say a well-placed fireball couldn't do it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, best of luck. Thank you very much for everything. I'll be in touch, I guess.
Where do you have an idea where in the Undercity Ward the entrance to this warren was discovered?
The guards don't go down to the warrens just for, well, we're spread really thin. We would love to enforce down there, but, everything going on. No, we're not terribly sure. You're going to have to ask around or investigate for yourself. We have a location for the canyon. That much we definitely have. But, and she'll point it out to you. She'll say, right there, outside of Westruun. Just say, yeah, both of those things are of the greatest concern. So, in your time, however you want to handle it, we would really appreciate help for either or both. Okay.
Both.
Dope as hell. I gotta head out. I got another meeting with my council of advisors, and I gotta inform them of all this. So, thank you very much for everything. If you need a squad from the Shield of the Watch, feel free to. Well, you know Sergeant Longwaffle well enough. You can requisition her if you wish, or no, whatever you want. Anyway, gotta go.
Thank you, Lord Mayor.
And with that, the Lord Mayor will take off. She will consult her council of advisors about what you've brought to her. The Cobalt Soul is going to pass along the knowledge from your report and anything relevant to it. And you guys have 2 new missions to kind of help Westruun get back on its feet so to properly combat the threat. That's where we'll end the session. And next week, we'll have a little ass-kicking session. Not you guys, now.